right, let's get this going here. We should be live and feeding out to the folks out there. If you guys can hear us loud and clear, let me know. I'll check the chat and see if there's any issues. I'm broadcasting from Arizona right now, and you're joining us live so we can hold shooters. This is just what I happen to bring with me on the road. I don't know why. I think I was planning on shooting this. There you go. Let's see what FlyingRich has. So yeah, we are broadcasting live on Player.
Mark 9mm.
Yep, so we can hold shooters.
Grab another gray gun.
Oh, well, let's see. Oh, what's this? Oh.
Caesar Scorpion.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
And, usually I'm just sitting here with guns all around me.
Right.
But I can't hold them up and show them.
Yeah. You've been busy. All right, so there you go. You're joining us live on Player so that we can hold guns. YouTube won't let us do it. So if you want to join us, if you're listening to this later when it broadcasts on YouTube, you have to go over to Player, formerly known as Utreon/Who Moved My Freedom podcast. That's where you can find us. If you're listening to this on audio for the podcast somewhere and you want to join us live, go to Player. That's the place to go to. All right, that being said, I think BabyFace P should be coming in here. I checked up on him, but I think, he's got something. Oh, hold on. Let's see. I think he's joining us now. Let's see if we could get him in here.
With Crump Vanadium?
Oh, no, it's just him. There we go. All right, we were just showing up.
You haven't been on in like 3 weeks, and you can't wait an extra 2 minutes for me to cook and eat.
We are already live. We are already live, sir.
I know that. I saw the email.
The first words is not like, "Man, I missed you." None of that. It's like, "Where the hell have you been?"
Wow.
Yeah,
all ridiculous.
That's how it goes. All right, so listen, I'm going to push the button, and we'll get this going here. I know, I have been missing the show. I'll explain all of that.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, boom. We are live. Let's see. Let me get everyone loaded up here. We'll get the jazz hands going right now. Get those jazz hands going. We are live. Let's see what episode this is. I think it's episode 986. It's FreeForAll Monday, live from Peoria, Arizona with BabyFace P. And, of course, FlyingRich. Let's see. Let's get everyone in here. Here is BabyFace P. Boom. Any more complaints? Okay, no, he's not. Yes, I'm talking to you. No?
We're good. You just couldn't wait. You couldn't wait.
The show must go on. Also joining us.
I know Patrick hasn't done this before on a Monday, so it's probably unique to him.
I know.
Oh, Lord.
Prepared. I don't do this very often.
Yeah.
It's all new.
Walter should be here. He's busy. I am actually in Peoria, Arizona. Anyone know where that is?
Nope. No. I know where Arizona is.
Are you trying to run across the border and get free benefits?
It's just outside of Phoenix. I'm in the van, of course. I'm
sweltering.
Oh, it's hot. It's hot out there. Let's see. I'll show you guys. I'll go to
102 today, it said.
Yeah, it's hot.
High of 102.
There you go. You guys don't want to see the van. The van is in crazy shape. But I don't even know if we could see outside the window. There you go.
Yeah, you figure it
It's daytime here. It is about 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. So there you go. It's going to be light. For you guys, it's probably still light, right?
Where is a proper broadcasting space for 2 hours in Peoria?
Peoria? I just found a place that's close to a tower. That's, I try to connect my T-Mobile to it. It's all right. Verizon seemed to be the best thing working here. Actually transmitting off my phone at the same time I'm doing all this. So I've been on the road. I was in Indiana at the Coachman Class B factory, and then for the last, I think I got here, Sunday maybe? I don't know. I think so. Or Saturday. I don't know. I got here a couple days ago, and I'm waiting for Lola. Lola is flying out here to meet me tomorrow, and then we are going to Overland Expo West, which is in Flagstaff. So it's that time of year again. So there you go.
One of your people made the news, Hank.
Oh, wait. What?
Wait, no, are you? Is Lola Nigerian?
No, I used to live in Nigeria. Lola's
you lived
Ghanaian.
in Nigeria. That's what it is. No,
Yeah.
Lola's Ghanaian.
Yeah,
it made the news. A woman has been cooking for 100 hours straight, and just made history as the longest. What are they saying? Longest cooking marathon without breaks. 100 hours. It's on Twitter. I have no idea, but it's all over Twitter. 121,000 tweets. So I guess it's a big deal.
So 100 hours cooking. Let's see if we can look it up.
Straight.
What is she cooking?
Hilda something is her name.
And she's Nigerian.
Of course.
Oh, here we go. Let's see if we could pull that up for the people. Nigerian chef cooks nonstop for 100 hours to set new global record. Abuja, Nigeria.
If there was a record to set that is the record I would want to be.
Can you imagine 100 hours behind
100 hours, yeah.
Pan?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what she's cooking. If it's
there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Based on Ed Bullion's numbers and other people who've done it faster, you literally could drive for 100 hours coast to coast 3 times.
That's a lot of cooking.
Yeah. What's the record on the Cannonball?
The Cannonball?
Yeah, Cannonball. What is the record?
I think it's down to 33 hours.
33 hours.
And that's kind of that's like a COVID special. Like everybody's locked down, so there's probably records that will never be beaten again.
A record. The top record is 55 hours.
Oh, that's.
I think Ed Bullion did it in 34 hours.
That's level 2, which is semi-autonomous. Yeah, so that's not it.
Oh, okay. Oh.
No, you're looking at self-driving cars.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different
transcontinental record of 31 hours 4 minutes.
Wow.
Holy cow!
31 hours 4 minutes is the current record.
Oh no! It says Wikipedia says 25 hours 59 minutes.
Jeez.
For who? Here you go. In 2013, a team led by Ed Bullion with Dave Black and Dan Hong set a transcontinental record of 28 hours 50 minutes in a modified 2004 Mercedes-Benz CL55 AMG, averaging 98 miles an hour. My God. And a top speed of 182.
Do you know how fast you gotta go to average 90 miles an hour, 98 miles an hour?
At least 150.
In November
or
2019,
a stupid amount of time.
Yeah.
The driving team of Arne Toman and Doug Tabu, with spotter Berkeley Chadwick, set a transcontinental record of 27:25.
It's crazy what people are doing with these records because first of all, you get the vehicle, you change out the gas tank and put extra gas.
They like Mercedes for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Mercedes has vehicles with power. They can cruise at the high speed, and you can throw larger fuel tanks in them.
Yeah, you got a big trunk.
The team averaged 103 miles an hour and reached a top speed of 193 on the trip, covering 13 states. The 2015 Mercedes-Benz E63 was modified to provide 800 horsepower and fitted with an additional fuel cell in the trunk, providing 67 gallons.
Gallons? Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Whoa.
67. So my van is 25 gallons, and that does about 350 miles.
They stopped 4 times for fuel.
Yeah.
And it took 22 minutes every total.
So imagine this. You have spotters that leave before you, and they're on the highway.
A lot of guys are not doing spotters anymore.
No? Oh, okay. Because typically
they'll do that was the paradigm. That's how you did it in the past.
Okay.
Is you'd arrange for a bunch of spotters to run the road ahead of you. Mm-hmm. And then you would just run clean what they're believing is that the cops are getting onto that, and so now some guys are just running no spotters. Period.
This one says that the car was equipped with a police scanner, a CB radio, a thermal camera to help spot cars on the ground, as well as a laser jammer.
Yeah, the laser jammer, yeah. There's a whole bunch of things that people do. Some people use really plain-looking cars so that they could, because the cops aren't
part of what they do is they'll take something like the Mercedes or the Audi, and they'll debadge it, and they'll intentionally make it look like a Camry.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of give it a little bit of a disguise, so people... there's a little bit of a psychology on driving fast and not getting tickets, and one of the things is don't look like a fast car. And there was one guy, I don't see the record in here, but there was one guy, he did it in I forget what horsepower Mustang, but basically he gutted the interior, put a large fuel tank. I think he did 2 fuel stops. And he did it solo.
Isn't that the guy that rented the Mustang and then and then switched it back, and then when the rental agency sold it at auction, he bought it?
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, I saw something about that. Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of different ones. There's ones for electric cars. I think you were talking about autonomous, Patrick.
Yeah, the self-driving.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different ones. So,
So
I might try that in an electric van to see who's the fastest in the electric van. We'll see. The
self-driving in my wife's car is limited to 90 miles an hour. It's written in PHP. I could just edit the software and boot that up.
Yeah.
So real quick, when's the last time we went live? 2 or 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
The last time I went live was with Walter, so that might be 2 weeks ago. The folks out there can tell us. Shout out to everyone out there. Real Cujo is out there. 42 Chill. Let's see.
The reason I say that is because
Shooting Gallery, Annie.
A lot has happened.
Gen Champ Jr., Jade Groot. Yeah. So who wants to start with what's happened? I've been on the road. I kind of keep up with things, but
the guy got choked out, and then the choker got arrested.
That's New York City, right?
New York City. What else is going on? What else?
Let's stick with that one first, real quick. I was
gonna say Bud Light still is taking a shit. The Durham report came out today.
Yeah, I went to a liquor store. I went to a liquor store in Indiana. Dude, the Bud Lights were piled so high you couldn't see over them.
Yeah, nobody's buying it. Today, we'll talk about this when we get there, but today Miller Lite dropped a woke ad as well. So Miller is now going to take a big nosedive. Yeah.
Miller?
Yeah. Miller Lite dropped an ad today about women empowerment or something.
Did they literally say, hold my beer? What?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So I think, aren't all these beer companies just under a very few umbrellas, right? Because I think...
Yes. Yeah.
A German company owns Bud Light. I think they own Corona and a whole bunch of things. Yeah. They own... Who
owns Miller?
If you drink beer, you're not going to be able to get away from this bullshit. It's just like, remember the stuff with shaving, with the Gillette razor?
Well, that was Gillette. Gillette. I used to use that Gillette vibrating 5-blade razor. Best shave of my life. I found a razor that's not quite as good. It's made in South Korea. It's called Dorco. Got it on Amazon. Fuck that.
Okay. Well, we know Patrick is not shaving.
I do trim. When I trim my beard up, I use a double-edged safety razor.
We used to
have tech from 1940, and it works perfect.
We used to have Manscaped. I don't know if we still have a Manscaped thing.
Probably do. I don't know why you would not. It is owned by Molson Coors, Miller.
Molson Coors.
So, yeah, Miller. So the Coors company has decided to put their foot in their mouths.
I think some people want the smoke. Some people feel like the free advertising might be worth it.
I mean, if there was the Patrick Beer Company, the Rich Beer Company, and the Hank Beer Company, and you saw the Patrick Beer Company make an advertising blunder that cost them billions, you'd be like,
I'm not.
Note to sell.
With that.
Yeah. Be very patriotic and
don't do what he did
in your beer commercial.
As an executive, I would go, how much money did we waste on that advertisement? Okay, write it off. We're not putting it out there. It's not going out, guys.
Yeah. Oh, what? We got this whole ad program? Burn it.
Yep, done.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
See, I don't think that companies... I think companies really don't care. I think they want the smoke. They want the attention that Bud Light got for some crazy reason.
Bud Light is down like 20% market share. Who wants that? Nobody
wants it.
Obviously, someone wants that. If there's another beer company, what did they do? What was their thing?
So they put out an ad. Woke Miller Lite ad campaign shows brand trashing traditional. The campaign, titled "Bad Shit to Good Shit," claims to address the beer industry's past objectification of women in advertising, but has faced significant backlash for it. So it's like, oh, look at these beer ads. They all had women in bikinis. We're not doing that anymore. We're doing women empowerment now. So yeah, it's not buying Miller anymore. I never drank Miller to begin with.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, first of all, I don't drink light beers, but whatever. You can't drink.
I drink Coors Banquet. That's my favorite.
Yeah, but I really contend you cannot drink a beer or any kind of wine or spirit and avoid these companies.
No, you can't.
Well,
you really can't.
So, what I've heard? Yeah, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. So apparently, what's going on is they're getting their funding from whatever these big money corporations, and they're requiring you to do this SJW ESG bullshit.
So is it Soros, quote unquote Soros funded?
Well, it's like BlackRock and all of them. They have boards of directors with all the SJW. And here's the whole thing. You know what? I want my retirement fund, my 401k, to be with people that manage money, not people that have an SJW agenda. I don't want them to have any agenda. The only agenda I want them to have is make money.
If you go to Yingling's Twitter account, the best jab I've seen so far was from Yingling, a month ago. It was April 14th, and it's still pinned to the front. It's a picture of a can of Yingling somebody's holding up in front of an American flag, and it says, "Yingling, the oldest brewery in America, independently owned and family operated since 1829 because we make good beer." That is the best jab you can take, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's find it. Yingling. I thought Yingling.
Yingling Beer is the Twitter.
Hold on, I gotta spell it right.
And they have a little airport in that town. It's a little town in Pennsylvania.
Y-U-E-N.
And so they originated brewing in a cave in the side of the mountain there.
Look at that top post.
Everyone's following them. Okay. Why do I have to? I can't.
Don't worry about it. Scroll down a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, let me follow them. All right. So here we go.
How good? No, the top post. You're going too far.
Right here.
You're going too far. Right there.
Yeah.
How good of a jab is that?
Yeah, American flag.
Damn right.
Okay. The oldest brewery in America. Okay. I don't know why I always thought Yingling is like a Asian company, like Chinese or something.
No, I don't know what it's named after.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the family.
Probably last name.
I think that's.
But you know what? Here's the thing. If you want to sell things to people, just go middle of the road.
Just shut
how about
Trump.
Don't endorse Trump. You don't have to endorse Trump. You don't have to go super left or super right. Just go middle of the road.
I will say for us here in Florida, there is a difference. There is a Yingling facility, a brewing facility in Tampa, and whenever you get Tampa beer, you can tell it tastes better than Pennsylvania beer. I'm just saying.
Oh, please. Does it have... Really, Patrick?
Yeah, there's two facilities in Pennsylvania and one in Tampa, and you can seriously.
Is there a little dolphin on the can?
Absolutely, it's on the bottom. Every single beer made in Tampa.
Look, right now I don't even drink that much beer. Right now,
so drink a Coca-Cola product.
Is this a Coca-Cola product?
Gold Peak, I believe, is Coca-Cola.
Is it? Oh, okay. Is Coca-Cola on some shit right now? I don't know.
Coca-Cola, they like giving everybody diabetes.
Yeah. Wasn't it Pepsi?
Manufactured by the Coca-Cola Company.
Wasn't it Pepsi that did that thing with one of the Big Butt Sisters? Remember? One of the
sisters, the tennis sisters?
No, the other Big Butt Sisters.
Bertha Butt?
No, what's the name of the Kardashians? Remember one of the
Kardashians?
Yeah. They had an ad with what's her name putting putting like a flower to a cop or some shit like
Yeah,
that during
some craziness.
like during the middle of the riots.
So, we kind of skipped over it here. I didn't read the full news thing on what happened in New York with the chokehold. My rough thing that I got of it, some
You
crazy
ready?
guy,
I'll give you a
crazy guy on the
rundown.
train.
That's it.
Hey, Mike, he was a Michael
yelling.
Jackson impersonator.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
what a nice
beautiful,
guy.
Beautiful young man running
Punched
around
out a
yelling,
67-year-old
"I'm on edge,
woman.
I'm on edge, I'm gonna kill
So, did
somebody,
he attack
don't
the
get my
guy on the
way."
train that put him in the chokehold?
No, he was being irate and yelling that he was going to kill someone or beat somebody. Don't mess with me, I'm going to kill you. So everybody was afraid of him. The guy put him in a chokehold. 2 other guys helped restrain him, and because he was a drug addict, and
One guy was
homeless
not
and-
white.
Yeah.
So, so where were all the cajillion cops in New York City when this was? I already know the answer to this. Where were they?
Not there.
Nowhere around. Okay. So, and then the guy's getting murder charges?
Second-degree
Yes.
manslaughter.
Second-degree manslaughter.
Okay, second-degree manslaughter. Okay.
Which
Yeah.
I hope, I don't think it's a good charge. I hope to hell that jurors in New York are fed up with the bullshit going on and they decide, we're done with this.
So
And-
didn't a couple of people get stabbed yesterday or over the last couple of days on the New York City
Shit
subway?
happens constantly, it sounds like. People recently got pushed into the tracks. Nobody gives a shit about that.
People get pushed on the tracks all the time in New York City.
Yeah, nobody
It's
cares.
crazy.
Nobody even bats an eye.
And if you got a crazy guy out there saying he's going to kill someone, you don't know what he's going to do. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened and what went down, why these people didn't
He did
just
the right thing.
like isolate this guy or whatever. But you know,
Look, I've
so
choked
we're
people out with a carotid choke, and it's like if you're healthy, you know, a few seconds you're back
Yeah.
up.
That was his problem. Is he was like a prolific drug addict, I would assume.
Yeah.
Underweight, not eating, living on the streets, and he body.
Yeah.
So Baffo
Notice how I don't
award
feel
winner.
bad.
Yeah. It's New York City. It's New York City. They're gonna, all the people doing carjackings and all that type of shit, they'll let them go.
Why would you ever? They keep voting for this shit, so I can't feel
So,
too bad. But
yeah.
why would you ever live there? It's time to move.
I'm not
Get out of it.
100%
So-
sure of what's going on with that thing and what went down, but if that guy felt that this person was danger to him and other people around,
Yeah,
then
that's
I
what,
think
that's what it,
know
everybody had said that he was a problem.
Wait
or
a
just
second.
let people
Hold on.
have
Hold
guns
on.
in New York City. That'll
Hank,
solve
when
it.
was the last time you were on the subway and you felt like everybody on the subway was not a danger to you? Like you're sure
I'm
there's
always
no
looking.
one on the subway.
I would always be looking
Last
around the subway.
time
hate the
I
subway.
rode
We're
a
taking a break.
subway-
We're taking a break. Hold on. We'll be right back. Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. All right. Okay, so go ahead. Finish you guys had a point to make.
Last time I rode a train was the one in San Francisco going into downtown, and this has been years ago. But there was a homeless guy, or I assume he was homeless. He looked terrible, with just absolutely like 5 seats away, just stared at me the entire time I was sitting, and not even just like unblinking stare.
Well,
That's
And I
First
couldn't have
off-
a gun. I couldn't take my gun with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
ahead.
subway riding rules. Never make eye contact. You never with anyone.
Right. So I would say if someone's staring you down, here's what I would do. I would get up and go to the next freaking car, if possible, or just get off the freaking train. Now, let's see. Night Train says moral of the story: don't get involved. I'll tell you this: in New York City and places like this, you could try to save someone's life, and catch charges.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I think I agree with Night Train. If stuff is going on, you avoid it, because ultimately, if you're that dude and you're getting locked up, and you were trying to help people, I don't know, man. It's probably not worth it, because you're in New York City. Who is going to save you? People can give you money all they want to. They can't save you at this point. So
Look, if
the fuck out of New
Giuliani
York
was
City.
mayor and Bill Bratton was the police commissioner, they would have shook your hand and gave you the key to the city.
Sure. If Giuliani was mayor, there'd probably be like hookers in town. in the mayor's office. There'd be all kinds of shit going on too. So I get it. Like, I know people who love Giuliani always say how awesome Giuliani was to New York City. I lived in New York City at the time.
Truth?
I think Rich did also. Not everyone loved Giuliani, so.
Fuck New York City. Fuck big cities. Get out of the big cities. That's the answer. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit who runs
New York City. New York City's fucked no matter what. So Giuliani, I think, did things that on the outside looked really good to people, but there was a lot of fucked up stuff going on.
Yeah,
There's no way you can win. You cannot win in New York City. I'm just telling you something.
Well,
you cannot win.
so
New York
Bernie
City
Getz,
is the first city.
Bernie Getz was a good one.
Yeah, I remember Getz, but New York City is the first city that took a president of the United States, okay, that's from that city, and went after him when they're not going after anyone else that's actually committing violent crimes and doing all kinds of shit. So that's an illustration
they're letting everybody
of
go.
what's going on there.
It's pure corruption. We know that.
Yeah. So, Bernie Getz, I remember that being a kid in high school when that
1985.
went down. Yeah, I was in high school. I took his side. I was like, yeah, because
the jury did
I
too.
got robbed and all that kind of stuff on the subways.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
The jury took
so
his
that's
side.
what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Is that hey?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
That the jury is going to be subway riders that are sick of this crap, and they're going to high five the guy basically.
That's what
because they're sick of this crap. This is happening to them. This happened to their sister, their brother, their mother, their father. Nobody's riding the subway now without this crap happening to a family member.
Right. So here's the thing. When was it? A couple of months ago, we were talking about the guy in the bodega that got attacked, and he stabbed up the guy that was trying to stab him up, I think, right? And he wound up in prison. I don't know how that's been resolved at this point.
They dropped the charges on him, and he's out of Rikers.
So what do you want?
Another FAFO.
Yeah. What do you want, New York City? The regular people in New York City can't defend themselves anywhere, right? If you would let people in New York City carry guns, it's very highly unlikely if normal people could carry guns in New York City that you would see this shit happening. Because people would be afraid of getting toasted.
It would correct itself quickly. Let's say that.
I think they should have Florida Man Week in New York City.
Yeah.
They need to have the purge, is what they need.
It's probably
let them purge it out up there.
At some point. Right now, only the criminals are carrying guns, and the cops are sometimes criminals. They're like part-time cops, part-time criminals. Not all the cops. I know some good cops in New York City, but New York City is like a freaking caricature of remember the 80s and 90s movies that by the year 20 supposed to be a long time, like 2010, the year 2000, the year 2010, 2020, New York City would just be a prison, Manhattan especially, right?
Snake Plissken.
Yeah, Snake Plissken.
Escape from.
Yeah, and it's kind of that. It's kind of that, and it's kind of like this place that people from all over the world want to go to, but you can't win. You can't do anything to defend yourself in New York City. You can't try to help anyone in New York City because you get screwed for that. So, I don't know. I agree with Patrick. Fuck New York City. Just get the hell out of there if you can.
You know what? No, you stay. All of you that love New York, I want you to stay. Do not come to Florida. Please do not. Stay up there.
People keep voting for this crap. Chicago's even worse. I see people mentioning Chicago.
They elected another mayor that's even worse than the previous. Like, what's wrong with you? How stupid can you be?
Yeah.
I always love debating a liberal on Chicago and the guns. They're like, well, the guns come from the neighboring states. I'm like, well, how come the neighboring states don't have gun problems like they do in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a myth. I'm like, explain it to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not the gun that's the problem, it's the gang that is.
If regular people had their rights that they should have, right, to defend themselves, to arm themselves and defend themselves, a lot of this shit would go away.
2 weeks. 2 weeks where they said, listen, criminals, no charges, you kill off the criminals, we don't have a problem, the streets will get cleaned up real quick.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Instead, we've got the bullshit that's going on, and yes, as Rich was saying, it makes Giuliani, of all fucking people, it makes Giuliani look good. So crazy. It's
they keep
nuts.
They keep voting for it, so
yeah, it's
don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. No one, you know what? No one can save New York. I've seen New York go through a
No.
whole bunch of shit. They had Dinkins. They had a black mayor. You know, this is
Dinkins, Koch.
Yeah, this is not the first.
I mean,
mayor.
I like Koch.
Koch
but...
was like basically a dictator for a long time. How many years was he mayor? Like,
I don't know.
More than 12,
but,
like 12, 15 years, some crazy number.
Yeah, out of Democrats and Democrat New York mayors, Koch would be the most palatable.
I met Koch.
I mean, things were still messed up.
Yeah. I met Koch a couple of times. I also met Giuliani, and I met Dinkins. But I worked. I was a doorman in a hospital, so you know, you see everyone go through. I met Trump. I met his mom, all that kind of stuff. New York City is really that kind of crazy place, like you see in the movies, where everyone's in the same thing, and I think that's what kind of makes it cool. But this kind of stuff makes it not cool. I'd rather not be there. I hate places like that. I'd rather be in places where you could defend yourself, and
Amen.
You know, if you defend yourself, people don't seek to victimize you for defending yourself.
Real quick, going back to it, this looks real.
Mm-hmm.
It's a stack of cases of Bud Light, and it has a $20 off rebates. So buy a case at Walmart, $19.98.
Yeah, they can't
and
give
you
it
get
away.
$20 back, and they can't get rid of it.
Yeah, they can't give it away. But you know what? The truth, like, why doesn't someone, FlyingRich? This is you, man. This has you written all over it. Why don't you just go buy all the Bud Light you can, print up some stickers, you know,
change it to your own brand.
Yeah, put some stickers
not
on there.
Bud Light.
Yeah, resell it.
What they're going to have to do, honestly,
yeah.
They're going to have to rebrand and sell the same product under a new brand name. It's the only way possible.
Shut the brand down for let's put the brand on a hiatus for 10 years.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something like that. Yeah. I don't know how
when you think about it. Yeah, I mean, they've lost, I've heard numbers as high as, a week or two ago, $6 billion. So, good work on that ad campaign. I mean,
that's the thing, is it's not even the market share or the money necessarily. The people have such a bad lack of respect, lack of reputation in their head for Bud Light at this point. I don't know how you rebuild a brand.
Just Anheuser-Busch, period.
It's so negative. Yeah, you look at Twitter, you look at Instagram, you look at any TikTok, and Bud Light is nothing but a joke. I don't know how you rebuild that brand.
Isn't there stories in American history where your name becomes mud?
That's
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Yeah. What's the name of the guy? What's the name of the trader back in? Was he the trader in the War for Independence? What's that guy's name?
Who's this?
Benedict Arnold.
Benedict Arnold.
Benedict Arnold. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of that, man. They went
from
0 to 100. Yeah.
You call somebody a Benedict Arnold, there's you know what they mean.
Yeah, and seriously, I don't buy Gillette. I like the Gillette razor. I love the best shave I've ever had in my life. Will not buy another one from them, period.
I'm telling you.
The Gillette shaving gel. I don't buy that crap either.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself a double-edged safety razor. Just get a nice handle that works with it. They're not super expensive. And you can get, I think 100 blades costs like $12 on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, me, I don't shave every day, so I have 100 in there, and I use very rarely. But double-edged safety razor, I will never go back to using anything else because it's so good. Oh, it's the best shave.
I think
razor technology peaked in 1950.
I think the best razors I've seen are the ones from the hospitals. So when I worked in a hospital, those razors, that they use before they shave you for surgery, they're pretty good.
No, those Bics are terrible.
No, well, I don't know. Maybe the ones I was getting. 42 Chilled says he doesn't shave. Gen Champ Jr. says Fud Light.
I don't know how you.
Didn't someone start a brand to compete with Bud Light? Someone did, right? Someone started their own brand,
and
they've been selling a bunch of beer. So, okay, what other stuff happened? There's lots of stuff going on. We got like 8.5 minutes.
Durham report came out.
Is that?
Really? I missed that.
That's the
report
thing
came
with
out today,
Trump, right?
and it basically said that the FBI lied, like we all knew.
No.
CNN, Jake Tapper on CNN, even he had to come out and say, well, it looks like Trump was right. So, yeah, that happened today. It's like 300 pages, so I'm reading through it slowly. It's very boring, and it's about 300 pages.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So now what?
Nothing. You know.
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. And to be honest with you,
fire all of them.
Yeah, I voted for Trump both times. I have no regrets. No regrets. At all for voting for Trump, but I don't want to fucking vote for Trump again. I'd like us to just move on. I know.
So here's where I am on that, and Crump is with you, Hank. But I'm of the opinion, and I understand everybody else's arguments on why not to vote for Trump. I want to vote for him because based on the paradigm, you get the most flack when you're over the target. He's what they're most afraid of, and that's why I want him.
Do you really think so? I think they're trying to psych us out. I think they realize that Trump has had his time, and strategically they feel like if we put all this stuff out now and we get him up there, we've got a better chance of pushing Biden or someone else on the left through. And I don't dislike Trump. If it came down to it, if I've got to do a revenge vote, fine. But here's the thing: I think Trump is about Trump. He's definitely not about the gun guys. So I didn't look at the CNN thing. Did you look at the CNN thing?
Oh gosh, that was fantastic.
I see it. You know what's funny is I'm not a pro-Trumper. I think he obviously did better than Biden, but I am not one of those like Trump 24/7. I still think he, for who he is, did a goddamn good job at that CNN, because that woman was a pain in the ass, and
she was a witch.
He did a great job.
Okay.
Great job.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by that, man. I mean, any New Yorker could freaking debate you into the ground.
Hold on. So this is Kimberly Guilfoyle, who's dating Donald Trump Jr. Let's see.
Yep. New owner of CNN.
The new owner.
But even the people on this right here is that's Ghanaians right there.
Those are the yeah.
So yeah, I heard that Trump was the. How can you lose a debate that you're the only person in the debate? I don't know. How does that work, Patrick? Can you lose a debate where you're the?
No. So
it's a town hall.
It's a town hall. It wasn't supposed to be a debate. She just kept putting her.
Well, it was a debate.
With
that's the problem. It's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
And I heard he got very favorable in his negotiations. That's what they're saying. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm not surprised by that. My thing is, I feel like these guys are really pushing Trump. I think lots of people in America are ready to move on. I think Trump was president. He's going to get his library. He did his thing. I don't really feel like Trump is going back up here to do something for me or for the people of America in general.
He's not a gun guy.
More than what he's... Yeah, so we're gun guys. Are we going to take him no matter what he does to guns? We're going to take... Are you willing?
That's what politics do.
Are you willing to say that no matter what he does to the guns, we're willing to take him? We're willing to vote for him? Fuck it all? Is that what we're saying?
That's what.
It might be a bitter pill to swallow.
Okay, this is from the no compromise. This is from no compromise people, right?
I am. Yeah, I'm a no compromiser, but I would prefer Trump over Biden.
Look, do you want DeSantis?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't run yet. Personally, I would rather him wait.
Because
you
know what?
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I like DeSantis less than Trump on the gun issues.
Really?
And let me just be specifically in that silo. Mm-hmm. And the reason is because in Florida we have a supermajority in the House. We have a supermajority in both houses. So we have a Florida House and a Florida Senate. Supermajority of frickin' rhinos. The best we get is permitless concealed carry. Give me frickin' open carry.
I agree with you there. They're slow rolling everything. But I don't necessarily think it's DeSantis' fault. I think the rhinos that run the Republican Party of Florida, it's their fault.
Yes.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and I don't feel like, to answer, Rich's question, I don't feel like DeSantis is fully baked in either. I don't dislike him either. I think he is a good governor.
No, he's not.
Dislike him.
I think he handled COVID pretty well.
Here's the question, Hank.
Yeah.
My question I'd pose to you is, when's the last time we had an actual gun guy in politics? Legitimately, where you could look at him and say, that dude loves having firearms and he believes in the Second Amendment.
I don't know.
Teddy Roosevelt? Legitimately, Theodore Roosevelt?
You mean as
Like, do we have to go
president?
back that
As
far?
president, I think we've got some.
At
I
any
think we,
level,
I
really.
think we've got some of the people in Congress that were holding up this session starting to get, they wanted to get all these concessions. I feel like those guys, like Matt Gaetz and what's the name of the gun chick that's in there?
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
I forgot her name,
Green?
but
Lauren Boebert.
Boebert. Yeah, I think those guys are for real gun guys, and I've seen some other people in Congress. I think it takes more than that, though, and if it comes down to it, if we get all the way there and it's Trump versus Biden, there's no fucking way I'm voting for Biden, and I'm not gonna not vote. Okay, my family, myself, we gave up a lot to be here in America. I'm gonna vote. I think that it's probably early, man. I think we can get some surprises before we get there, And I really do believe that the people on the left have a strategy to push Trump, thinking, okay, everyone won't vote for him. But yeah, when it comes down to it, I think if America looked at like crazy-ass Biden, right, senile and fucking nuts, right, versus Trump, yeah, we're probably going to hold our noses and go, okay, well, forget about...
That's basically...
forget about due process or whatever. I guess we don't fucking need it.
You're talking red flag laws and stuff.
So there are multiple problems, and it's not just the gun thing. Try going to the grocery store right now and you'll see how overpriced everything is. We have to, in 2 weeks, we're going to be redoing the back of the house, the siding on the back of the house, and the price of materials is ridiculous. War in Ukraine is causing everything to be up, and all of it falls at the feet of Biden, who wants to take no credit for any of it. So, ultimately, Trump is better for the country. I don't believe he's a gun guy, though. I never have. I've never believed he's a true gun guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is just a conundrum we're all in, and I'm just hoping that it's early, and as we get closer here, some of this stuff shakes out, and we get some changes. But, we're talking about political parties and how they push things here. I don't really feel like the Republicans didn't support Trump the first time around. I don't know that they're going to do it this time around. But it seems like the left is pushing Trump more than anyone. And he does have Super Trump folks out there as well. So, yeah, I think I'm just hoping that we're a little bit early and we get some better people. I saw that the former mayor of Tallahassee, they dropped charges against him. Maybe he'll run for president.
Oh, Lord.
What's the name of that dude? Gillum. Gillum got the charges dropped.
Gillum.
Yeah, he got the charges dropped. So maybe I'm being facetious.
Gillum,
I
need to party in a hotel room with gay prostitutes and drugs after weddings.
I don't know, man. Come on, some gun guys out there.
Nothing to see here.
Some gun guys. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. 42 Chill says inflation, 1,000%. Oh, there you go. High Point's getting popped up in the air.
I need a 10 millimeter pistol to match this, my 10 millimeter carbine.
For sure. So listen, couple of things. 42 Chilled said inflation's 1,000%. Armament and Axes got here. Shout out to Chris Cruiseman Bullis.
Chris?
Well, Night Train says Trump is not a gun guy, but he has a New York City concealed carry permit. He's all about guns for me, but not for thee.
It's money. Yeah, the U.S. concealed carry or the New York concealed carry stuff was 100%
bribery.
About money.
Yeah, bribery.
It's bribery. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
we've seen cops get arrested for that. Chamber Defense says, yo, just stopping by to show some love. We need America back. Yeah. I think that things are going to get really, really bad. I think we're we're headed for the cliff here. I think it's inevitable at this point. Who do you guys here? This is just to switch this up here. Who do you guys think would make a great pro-gun president? Since we're gun guys, that's what this podcast is mostly about. We talk about whatever we want to. Who do you think out there, anyone in the gun world, that you're like, you know what? I wish this guy would run for president. I'll be all behind him.
John Crump.
John Crump. Okay. You know what? That's actually a good one. You think we can convince Crump?
No, he makes too much money not to do something like that. Be a pay cut.
Yeah, maybe we could convince him. I don't know. Yeah, Crump is a good one, Rich. Okay, I'll go for that. What do you think, Patrick? Gun guy out there?
Unfortunately, I don't know of any, because it takes, to me, I could throw out something funny and say something like Grantham, but to honestly, like, really seriously think about presidency, I don't know anybody that.
I'll throw one out there that comes to my mind.
Foreign policy and
Reed Hendricks, Valor Ridge. We need him to run for office.
Yeah, he would be a good politician, I think.
Yeah,
he's a good politician.
He's a historian. He's a Marine. You know, he's got lots of.
All right.
Yeah.
So Rob McNeely is hitting on a paradigm of mine.
Oh God!
And this is true in business.
Oh wait, no,
so
Rob McNeely.
No one.
Different person.
Shout out to Rob McNeely from TUSC.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of Rob Pincus.
Oh
no,
Lord!
McNeely's a different person.
How? Yes.
I thought you were.
He who shall not be
Pincus
named.
Oh, fuck no.
Go ahead, Rich.
So I have friends that are friends with Pincus. I got all like.
Oh yeah. So they got that Pincus pink eye, the Pincus stinkus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta get shots
and
for
good
that.
people. You know, it's like. You know, I gotta cringe and.
To each his own.
Yeah.
You could be friends
So-
with who you want to out there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. What's the thing you're trying to say about Rob from TUSC? Shout out to him, by the way.
So, all right, what Rob said, and this is true in business, it's true in almost anything. Anybody that wants the job shouldn't have it. You know, for president is what he's saying. But that's
I
true
feel the same
about,
way.
like, management.
Yeah.
If your goal is to be management at a company, you're not qualified because you're just some power-grubbing a-hole that wants the position.
The people
The
who
person
have power
that's the best
thrust
manager-
upon them.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. No, see, I agree with you. The people who have power thrust upon them, who don't necessarily want it, tend to be the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you should say the people who have power thrust upon them and then thrive tend to be really good at it. The people who seek power should never get it, ever.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the good gun guys out there that I know of just don't want to, they don't want to do it. So, like, for example, you know, Eric from Iraq veteran, you know, he's got a lot of stuff to say vis-a-vis politics and all that. A lot of it I agree with. I don't think I agree with anyone 100%, by the way. Right? I don't agree with you guys 100%. We're relatively close. But I don't think he would run. A lot of those guys, you know, in the past I've said, why don't you run for some kind of office? And I think, you know, they just wouldn't do it. And there is that thing, like, if you're seriously out there doing this, they will tear you up. And when you look at what's happened to Trump, to come back to that, you know, although...
Yeah, here's a guy.
I mean, they're
got a
tearing him a new
757,
one.
he's got a house on the beach.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell does he need this crap for?
Yeah, they're tearing him a new one. And I think if they really push it, Trump will get in just on the fucking revenge vote. Which would be nuts. It's just an illustration of how crazy we're getting. We're not trying to fix anything. We're past trying to fix shit. If you try to fix stuff, you get torn a new one. That's what happened with Musk, right? You try to fix stuff. You know, the gun guys hated Elon Musk because of electric cars. Because, like, if we're gun guys, we're supposed to hate electric cars, which is really stupid. Most gun guys like fast cars. You know, I like fast cars. Elon Musk makes some of the fastest cars on the face of the planet.
They're quick, not fast.
Oh, they're fast.
They're quick, not fast.
They're fast. They're fast.
They don't top out as quick as the as a gasoline engine.
What do you mean?
They will
don't
jump
have
the start
torque?
of a gasoline engine, but a gasoline
Oh,
engine at top
yes.
performance will take it over.
Yeah, you have 100% torque to the wheels immediately on an electric motor. That's just laws of physics.
A lot of the things out there, by the time they pick up, it's really tough to catch up.
It's going to depend on length of track. At the 100-meter or whatever it is, the short sprint, then electric's going to.
Yeah.
Eighth mile, nothing will beat a Tesla.
Yeah, I was recently looking at some videos with a Model X, right? The Plaid. That's the SUV, fastest SUV in the world. By the way, someone we know has one. I'll let you guys guess who. So fastest.
All three of us know.
Yes, all three of us know. Everybody out there knows.
Crump would be the only person that comes to mind.
So I don't know. So I was looking. That's the fastest SUV in the world, by the way. I think it's almost 5,000 pounds, but it has 1,020 horsepower, and I've seen videos of it beating Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's tri-motor, 3 motors.
Tri-motor.
Yeah, 3 freaking motors. So, and the technology. Listen. I don't think it's the most beautiful, like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, very beautiful. I like I think Mustang looks really good. We've got some American cars here, like the Tesla is an American car, but you've got some other American cars that are better looking, but the tech cannot be beat, in my opinion. So, but the gun guys used to hate him. Then when he bought Twitter, the gun guys kind of love him. Because we're always getting our ass kicked on social media, right? And he seems to be like the only person out there that's, we should have like an even playing field when it comes to social media. Isn't
he
one
said
of the
hold
things...
my beer also, and it was a Bud Light, and he's installing a new president of Twitter that's a frickin' socialist. So that's
I just heard about that before we started. I don't know what's going on, and I think there's a revolt going on at Twitter. And I think Musk is actually banning people off of that.
For what?
He like as Rich just said, what's her name? I saw it somewhere here.
Oh, the new CEO.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a new CEO.
Yeah, no, she's a commie.
That he put in, but anyone who's going after her on Twitter is getting banned.
Of course.
I read that before we got started. Yeah, I just saw that today. You know what, man?
Follow me on Truth Social.
Yeah. Oh, is that where you at? Is that your big?
I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm on MySpace.
Do you know how many times Truth Social blocked me? I've got the receipts, man. When it came to the last time we voted, I put up a picture of a gun and my little I voted sticker, and I got blocked by Truth Social.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So, you cannot say bad shit about Trump on Truth Social?
Yeah, so?
Yeah.
If I owned it. First
so
off,
Musk can put in a socialist then and ban everyone who says shit about it.
I disagree with all of it.
What's the solution to this? What do you guys think?
Total freedom of speech?
First off,
okay. That's fair.
We've kind of fragmented in how we communicated, and we've consolidated in like opinions and messaging. So, like I'll message Hank and Patrick like with text. There's somebody else I message with Instagram. There's somebody else Signal. Somebody else Telegram. And forget, I think I only use Facebook for like class reunion stuff, which they all hate me anyhow. So
yeah, I gave up on my high school bullshit.
Well, they're talking about Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting. I said more kids die in swimming pools than by guns, and certainly by AR-15s. That was it. I'm like, so you don't care. You don't care that kids die. You care that they died by an AR-15. And less than 400 people a year die by an AR-15.
Yeah. I hate to say this, but how many kids do we delete in abortions?
Oh, well, that's it's a bad joke, but they say the most dangerous place for a black kid is in the womb because 50% don't make it out alive.
Yep. So
it's tragic.
Yeah, It's tough. What do you think the solution is, Patrick? What do you think? Is there, other than, yes, you're right, we should have total freedom of speech, but is there a solution? Is there a private solution? Is there a government one? Is there a socialist
The government
one?
is never, ever the solution. Ever.
Yeah. Is there a socialist one where we all get together and own the platforms?
No. I don't know the answer, to be perfectly honest.
So as a tech geek going way back to the beginning of the internet, and it was about freedom of speech and freedom of opinion, and of course things that were like, hey, we're all going to go and lynch this guy, that was not tolerated, but there was nobody censoring you on the internet back when. There was nobody that was going to pull down your website if they didn't like what you said. If you came out pro-Trump, it wasn't like you're going to lose your domain hosting or something like that.
People have gotten fired for that shit.
Yeah.
So somewhere along the line, this got really twisted, and So here's the depressing thing about this conversation tonight: there's no fucking solutions.
Well, I think the problem with the internet is the knuckle-dragging civilians that now have the internet in their hands and don't know what it's about. When it was only us tech guys, it was perfect.
Yeah, but it's inevitable for it. The success of it means it's in everyone has access to it now.
Yeah.
And this shit happens, right? This is how we fuck. Listen, isn't this how every society gets fucked? That's the best way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, ask
Forgive
the Romans once
cursing,
they had Facebook.
Isn't this what happened to Greece? Happens to the Greeks, the Romans, happened to the UK.
Progressivism is what happens. That is what kills societies.
Yeah.
You look at any major society through the history, it's always when they start leaning towards progressivism and moving towards this and that and letting things happen. That's when, look at, you can look, Rome is the best example. Because we have so much documentation on how it failed, why it failed.
So
the simple answer.
Yeah, and Rome failed for a number of different reasons, corruption, border control, etc.
Yes.
Rob McNeely says something here, so decentralized solutions. So something like Mastodon is a decentralized social media, and that's actually what Truth Social is based on, is they forced Mastodon.
I agree with that to a certain extent. The problem that I see
is Minds also decentralized? Minds is decentralized.
It may be.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, I'm on Minds. Yeah.
My biggest issue is the conversation is happening on Twitter. No matter what you like.
Yep, you're right.
You can go to Truth Social if you want, but
and you know what?
Everybody's on Twitter.
And there's more of a conversation happening on Twitter because it's like the bad guy, right? Trump is getting more attention because he's the bad guy, right?
I'm still one of those that I would rather be surrounded by different opinions than an echo chamber. Sometimes it's just for pure rage. Like, I like going to Twitter and looking at liberal takes and going, how stupid are you? Yeah. But it refreshes you and makes you think every now and then something will come up and I'll go, I don't.
Patrick, I know you're on Reddit a lot. You find
I
varying
haven't been
opinions.
in years.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like Mr. Reddit.
What's your choice? What's your thing of choice now?
Twitter, to be honest. Well,
really?
4chan. 4chan.
Oh, 4chan.
Number one is 4chan. I typically go on 4chan multiple times a day. So here I'll give you guys a spiel. Here's your snippet, Hank, for YouTube. I personally like going on 4chan because historically I know the lean of the website. I know that 98% of what's on there is just people shit posting, and that's what that's what regular people don't understand. It's just a bunch of shit posting. But I know the lean that comes from the website. Other than trolling and botting, you know the lean that is happening on there. I know when they say, look at this thing that's going on, I know exactly where they're coming from, what lean they're coming from. I used to go on Reddit constantly, and back in 2015 or 16, when Trump got elected, basically, I stopped using it because it became such a pile of shit lefty circle jerk that I just couldn't be bothered to go on there any longer.
Yeah, because
I
you
go
had
on
a bunch
two
of
subreddits.
you know, this is gonna
Well,
sound
their
horrible.
moderation, their
Yeah.
internal moderation stuff, all got taken over by socialist, communist.
They got very
lefties.
feminized.
Yes, 100%.
Reddit became very
it
much like a
ruined it.
woman's social media platform. You know,
Just about.
yeah.
So
I know that.
Basically, I go on our gun deals a couple times a day just to see what's going on sale, and then I go on. Lately I've really enjoyed going on, and this might be a little sadistic, but going on our combat footage because it's one of the only places you can go to see what's happening in Russia or what's happening in Ukraine from the eyes of somebody's helmet cam. Like, where else can you find that? You get to see dudes fighting ground warfare from their helmets. Like, modern warfare's wild because
Real shit, like
Yeah.
they did in the sci-fi movies, like, you know, if it bleeds, it leads type shit.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
no one's
it's interesting,
televising
and
it though.
That's the thing, is I go on there because they post. They're still one-sided. If you make a post saying, "Look at all these Russians getting blown up," instantly straight to the top. If anybody tell me a 1911 with a Remington Rand upper and a inner arms silver cup lower from the 70s for $700, I don't think it's worth it. See if anybody else disagrees with me. The Remington Rand upper makes it kind of worth it, but anyways, yeah, you don't get to see actual hardcore fighting going on, and it's interesting because things like that always remind me that society is what keeps us from becoming animals. When you see trench warfare, that is animal fucking fighting going on where I don't give a shit who or what. My job is to make sure you die and die as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And it's brutal, and we all in the West forget about that sort of stuff. We like to think that would never come to the U.S.
Yeah,
So it keeps me.
Yeah.
Keeps me realistic as to how the world actually.
So on this podcast, we talk a lot of shit about what's happening in Ukraine, one side or the other, right? Like, there's different things going on here, and I have an opinion of all the different things. So, recently I actually went to a company that's owned by a Ukrainian, and most of the people who work there are refugees, people who are coming over here from the Ukraine. Really hardworking people, man. And I had this thought, always in America, the immigrants that are really going through some shit wherever they come from, those are the ones that in the next generation you're going to see really thriving, right? Because they know they're coming from someplace that's... Say that again?
Like Elon Musk.
Yeah,
like Musk. Yeah, come from South America or South Africa.
Yeah, when you really go through some shit...
But he came for money, I thought.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Yes, yeah.
But,
his dad was
I think we'll see in the next generations, the Ukrainian people that are here in America will be kicking ass, because the rest of us are way too comfortable and taking this shit too lightly. And even people who are on the opposite side of us and they think this is good for them, they are screwing themselves over and they can't see it.
You're right.
So,
yeah, no, I agree.
And they don't really know how bad things could be. If you think, there's so many places, not just the Ukraine, there's so many places in the world right now that's really fucked.
There are people, go to Reddit combat footage, our combat footage. There are dudes sleeping in trenches, praying every night that a drone doesn't fly over and drop a grenade on your head. Like, that, and that is your daily life. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's crazy out there. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back here. We'll take some questions from you guys.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist.
Yep, shout out to the folks at Armslist. I'm supposed to be saying this, and I keep forgetting, but just to remind you guys, if you actually have a gun and you don't want to go through the whole thing to sell it, you can go through Armslist, and there's a bunch of buyers there from gun stores that will give you a price
and buy that thing from you if you want to do it. So check out Armslist. They've been supporting us for a while here. We appreciate that. Okay, let's get into some comments. Armament and Axis says, I think I'm just going to buy gold and silver. What do you guys think about that?
It used to be good. I just don't know how
Gold, silver, and precious metals.
Precious, yeah, copper and lead are what I typically stockpile. I just don't know how to get in and out of silver. I have a small, tiny stock of silver in the safe, but I just don't know. I don't feel like it's easy. It's not liquid. It's not like some other things that are more liquid. So that's just how I could sell ammo tomorrow, and maybe it's just because I know more about guns and ammo and stuff. Like I could move firearms or ammo if I ever needed to. Who am I going to sell my silver to? There
are ways. Yeah, you would have to follow.
I'm sure there are.
You have to be in that, and I think you're already in a lot of things. Go ahead, Rich.
So something like silver or gold, I think of as a wealth preservation type tool.
Maybe.
It may not be as negotiable, but it's something that why should you have? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, let's just say you had $100,000 in your safe in cash. That could be worth nothing tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rich. I think gold and silver is actually a very bullish bet on America. Let me explain. If you believe it's this, everything in life is what you believe, right? So I always tell people you buy a gun depending on where you think you're going to have to fight. Where and how do you think you're going to have to fight? So it's the same thing with all these things. And I think if you think, hey, America's going to go down, gold and silver is going to have the best value. So unlike my money and stuff like that, when things get better, I'll be able to, trade out of this gold and silver. It's a bullish bet on America. It's saying, hey, temporarily things are going to get bad, and to preserve my money, I'll put it in this. And for that, I can't knock it. What I think is if all hell is going to break loose and the apocalypse is coming to us, what are you going to do with that gold and silver?
That's kind of my thought.
Yeah. What are you showing off? Showing off some ducats?
Oh, my dirty fingers, coins. But
yeah, you come from some of your people are in the jewelry thing, right? So is that
we do. Yeah, I have access to jewelry if we ever. But yeah,
what are these coins? Are these like the old?
These are Walking Liberties, I think.
Okay.
1945, 42. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're just 90% silver, and then I have some silver quarters and stuff. So nothing fancy.
Armin and Axis says copper is precious metal now, also not just for bullets. And silver's precious, and so is gold. They're going to use that in a lot of electronics, and everything going forward is going to be that.
The best coinage ever made in the U.S. was this style. I can't remember. There's an.
Is that Caesar? I mean, who the hell is that? Is that someone with a...
no, this is Lady Liberty.
Is that the Mercury dime?
Oh. Okay, that's Lady Liberty? Okay.
God, I can't remember what they're called. But I love them because this generation was like 1880s to 1920s, I think.
Oh, okay.
It just is so Americana. I just freaking love these. Barber coins. This was designed by a guy named Barber. So this is a Barber quarter. It's 50%, 90% silver, something like that. But the Barber design is just, it's so Americana. I love these. They're just cool to look at.
Yeah. Rob McNally says you need everything. Apocalypse will be temporary. I could agree with that. Yeah. Look, we could launch all the nuclear missiles on the face of this planet, probably wipe out most of humanity. There's still going to be life. People are going to come back. It's like that's the worst case scenario. I don't think we're really headed for a hard reset like everyone thinks. So diversify. If shit gets really bad, you need to be able to fight. And guns and bullets and stuff like that.
Silver.
Knowledge.
Yeah, gold and silver is good. The knowledge of what to do with things. I
have zero idea when certain things need to go in the ground and be planted. That's not a good thing. 2 generations ago could tell you by sniffing the air, these seeds need to go into the ground. I'm not kidding. They would tell you the seeds need to be in the ground. Weather's changed, and we got to do this.
Dude, 2 generations ago, you didn't see all these deer just walking around looking to get run over.
Yeah, true. But I can't tell you what seeds need to go in the ground at what points. Really, I'm too
have
far
a
outside
farmer's
of that, and that's
almanac.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
Have a physical
Yeah,
copy
yeah.
of a survival book, not on your Kindle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, you need to be the most well-rounded person possible. Ultimately, I think, I don't know if Patrick said it, but your brain. What you know, your knowledge you have up here, and even if you don't know everything, you have some skills that someone else doesn't have. So that's all tradable, and you can barter that.
A great skill for the apocalypse
Mm-hmm.
is staying the fuck out of nonsense. people think it's gonna be like John Wick in the apocalypse or whatever, where you're just gonna be taking down. No, just shut the fuck up and live your life away from everybody as best you can.
Yeah,
that's a skill.
Agree. Let the bad boys fight it out. First of all, don't live in a city. You're automatically screwed.
Yeah.
If you live in a city, you're done. You're toast.
How many times have I said this? But 2 weeks in a big city without no communication, no internet, no power, no water, no garbage, nothing.
Dude, New York City
would be killing. They would be killing and eating.
If New York City gets a flood and the subways go out,
2 weeks,
it's the end of days
at most.
Yeah. So that's a big thing right there. If you're out in the country and you're useful to your, first of all, don't be self-sufficient so that you don't need to rely on
Hank.
people.
You need to learn to put some crops in the ground and learn to can and learn to do that sort of stuff. That's what you should be doing.
Oh, wait. Hank didn't mow his grass. What are you talking
I
about?
had goats. That's what you have goats for. I don't have the goats anymore though.
God.
Yeah. Everything is a double-edged sword, man. You have goats, they're fucking assholes. Goats are messed up. Like, we had one really rapey
Robin
goat.
Keeley says most things go in May. You know, one thing about here in Florida is we have a really, really long grow season, so you could
year
make
round.
things.
Well, you're right.
Yeah, everything grows here pretty much. Not every. If you need a cold snap, you probably got to go into Georgia or above Georgia. Probably above Georgia if you need a cold snap for stuff. I know the oranges need a little bit of frost, but not a lot. But yeah, a lot of stuff grows
Just
here.
a tiny bit.
Yeah, where I live, it's watermelons and all that craziness, right?
Yeah, I showed Marley the other day. There's a video of somewhere here in Florida. They were floating melons down a stream to get them from the field to the end of the field where they're packaging them.
Okay, nice.
And she was like, she looked at it and she was like, "What is going on?" And I was like, "That's how." Like, they have a stream built in next to the field. That's how you transport it. You just throw them in the stream, they float down, and then you throw them on the truck.
That's what they did in Pennsylvania with the logs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's how New York City got logs.
Yeah, you float it.
Yeah, they float it down. So, and that's like, for example, where I live, they have those, everyone's got those signs, beef, it's what's for dinner. There's a lot of cows out there.
Lots of cattle.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd
Florida's
be surprised
a lot of
how long one cow is a lot of meat. A lot.
Which you have to preserve if you have no way to do it.
Which you have to preserve.
Yeah.
Does
but
anybody
you
on
can't do
here
it.
know how to salt their food?
No.
Because I don't.
I don't even know.
No,
I
I
don't
don't.
even know
Salt.
how to like carve up a beast when you take it. But
I've never done it. Oh,
University of Florida has classes, man. I keep meaning to tell you we need to
yeah.
take those classes together. They've got a class
Hank,
on
if you
that. We should do
seriously
it.
want to, I will go.
Yeah.
I would love to do it.
Yeah, they show you how to how to tell if something's a tick, or whatever insects or whatever it could be on that thing that you don't want to mess with. My friend Bubba Roadkill has done it several times, and we should probably do it too.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah.
Um,
So, learn how to hunt, all that kind of good stuff, man.
I was just about to say, the pest control guy, I say guy, he's a kid, he's like 22. But the kid that does the pest control here at our house, is from Alachua. He's a redneck in the best way possible. And his family just bought 40 acres south of Gainesville as a hunting lease.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was here a couple days ago, and I was like, dude, I want to go hunting so bad. I've never done it before. Would you take me hunting? And he was like, yeah, we could do that. I was like,
Yeah. That's cool.
I've never gone. I want to.
Yeah. I've only done pheasant hunting so far. I haven't done any other kind of hunting.
You got lucky because of Brownells for that one.
Yes, I did.
Did you guys eat it?
Right.
No, I didn't get to eat it. Someone took my pheasants, and I got a bunch of them. I'm gonna blame Kevin.
You
Dixie.
still blaming Kevin Dixie for that?
Yes. I think he jacked my pheasants. When we were out there, I was dropping them, and he was like claiming what I dropped. But it's all right. We'll go for that. You know, there's a lot of things you could do, man. There's a lot of things that you could do and be resourceful. I don't think it's the end. We have lots of different people have knowledge of a lot of things. So you just need to really be a balanced person. I think that's there was something that I was trying to see. Rob
in
McNeely.
A different time, in a harder, in just a slightly more difficult society, being able to run a machine shop and clean carburetors and put machines back together will get you a long way with your neighbors. Neighbor needs something done, that will get you real far.
Yeah, so Night Train has a good thing here for us gun guys. He says, I would not sell my guns or ammo to anyone. How do you know they will not turn around and use it against you?
That's true.
You don't know. You got to find out. You got to think about who you're dealing with.
I only sell my stuff in current times. If the world was going to shit, nothing would be going out of my safe.
Mm-hmm. What do you say? What do you say to that, Rich?
I think you should have a bunch of different skills. Yeah, definitely. I've always been of the paradigm. I had an argument. I used to do a tech podcast, and the host of the show, when Amazon had drones or was announcing drones, and he was complaining about UPS guys being out of business, and I'm like, because you're a UPS guy doesn't mean you have a job for life. You know, it's not like the music unions in New York City. And
no one has that for life, man. We don't have it as YouTubers or any job that we actually do.
And I said to him, I'm like, you drop me out of a plane in a parachute any country in the world, and I'll be successful. Because I've got skills. I can fix cars, I can fix machines, I can build things, I can program your computer, I can set up networks and all of that, and I know how to do it. And when I said that, for 15 years of my career, I was doing cold fusion programming. I was doing software development, and the bottom fell out on that. And I switched over to VMware. You know, you got to be able to adapt, and having a broad skill set is a big deal. So yeah, definitely know as much crap as you can. Be useful to other people that they want you around, and they would protect you because you have mad skills.
Yeah, including if you're a gun guy. So here's what I would say to Night Train. If you're a gun guy, you know your neighbors, and they might be gun folks, but they don't really take it as seriously as you. So if you know them and they're good people, you can help them out because you've got the ammo, right? Or maybe you can help train their wives or their kids, right? Because if things get bad, everyone's going to have to defend the home. Not just one person who's out there doing it as a hobby. So you might have those skills. Obviously, anything you do, you have to take your time and think about who you're dealing with. But you'll know who are the good people and who are the bad people. But let's bear in mind, you can only carry, one, maybe two guns and use them at the same time.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing that people know about.
Yeah, very important.
In 22.
You're ultra safe because you have a dozen guns. That means you can shoot them all at the same time, right?
Yeah. Now I want to go to this because I don't want to forget this, Patrick and Rich. You were speaking of jumping out of planes. YouTuber admits he intentionally crashed plane for clicks, sponsor dollars. Says the feds.
Who knew?
A California YouTuber could be facing serious jail time after revealing that he orchestrated a plane crash in an alleged attempt to garner views for his channel. It goes on. You guys could definitely check that out. I know I sent this to you. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I did a show on that a while back.
So it was pretty clear.
Yeah.
I could go through a lot of the facts if you want to do a little bit
go
of a
ahead.
dive
Yeah,
into
go
it.
for it. Yeah.
But first off, the most interesting thing about this was it wasn't a crime to crash his plane. The crime was the cover-up.
Right.
That's what he's getting busted on, is lying to a federal investigator and destroying evidence.
Okay, so the FAA got involved.
Yeah, the FAA pulled his license. That's all the FAA can do.
Mm-hmm.
That's they could fine you, but they pulled his license. Period. Permanently.
Yeah.
this guy, he bought a Taylor craft. Now, he was cruising, I don't know how many thousand feet over the mountains, I forget all the particular details. But that plane is so slow and so lands in such a short area, and you have an amazing glide ratio on that plane. If you teleported me into that plane with the engine out at that altitude, I'd read a book and eat a sandwich before I thought about where I was going to land.
It would look like it was dropping so slow. It's like
Yeah, I think everyone that was looking at the video was like, dude, this is bullshit. Yeah.
So he actually pulled up on the stick to get the propeller to stop wind.
He also had his jumpsuit on. Like, you have your jumpsuit on, you expect to jump out that plane, right?
Right. So what you would do as a pilot, you would have a seatback parachute, which is like a compact parachute, not a big sport parachute. Nobody flies a plane with a sport parachute unless you intend on jumping out of it.
Yeah. So here's my question.
He also had
Go ahead. Go.
Yeah, he had a fire extinguisher strapped to his leg under his, jumpsuit. He bought this Taylor craft like a week or two before switched out the new engine on it for like an old Lycoming. I think it was it was one or the other, but it was actually a swap of brand. So he went from Lycoming to Continental or Continental to Lycoming. And you can see in the footage of him flying in the video of when he bought it, that he clearly has a different engine in the plane.
So he didn't want the engine to get damaged, or?
Yeah, I guess it had a good engine, so he swapped a high-time crappy engine in it.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Why didn't he do what Mr. Beast did? Remember, Mr. Beast had a video out where he faked a plane crash, and then they were like, okay, what if a plane, you were in a plane, it crashed, how would you survive? They basically bought an old plane and they dropped it from a crane. It was clearly...
Mr. Beast already did it.
Yeah, so he had to do this for real.
Gotta one-up him.
And that's how you wind up catching charges, for the grams or for YouTube or whatever.
It's... I mean, the things that he did, he had 8 GoPros on the damn thing. He pulled the stick back until you're at minimum airspeed so the propeller would stop rotating. He did nothing to try and restart the engine. There's engine goes cold, you check fuel, you check the magnetos, you check throttle position, mixture, all of those kinds of things. Carb heat.
He went straight to jump out of the plane.
Right.
the door of the plane was already open.
Right. Did he get viral? Did he get 1 million subscribers off of it, or?
He got a stupid number of views on that because everybody was calling him out.
Yes, he got views, but almost immediately people were going, there's something sketchy about this. None of this makes sense. Nothing he's doing makes sense. And plus, he crashed 2 other planes already, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't know.
This was the first one.
Oh, okay.
I thought he had crashed.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Let me look it up.
Yeah. Yeah, what were you going to say, Rich? We got a minute.
So, the other thing is, he had, if you look Google Earth where he was, there was a riverbed, there was a field. Seriously, I'm drop dead serious. I would have ate a sandwich and read a book before I thought about where to land.
Yeah, listen, here's the warning to folks out there. Don't be in such a rush to go viral on YouTube just for whatever you think, because it's not worth it. I've never gone viral. Patrick actually has had a video I would consider viral, and I think Rich too, right, Rich? I think you did.
Yeah, I've had 500,000, 1 million views on a video. Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I've got videos that have several million views, but over years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I've
never
done
a video
months.
that got in a couple of months or a couple of weeks, a million plus views. Don't be in a rush to do that. It's not even what you think. If you want to do this YouTube thing, it's slow and steady and having a big library and all that kind of stuff to do something. But, it's not worth it to die or to wind up in prison for this shit. That's my warning to people out there, Stay away from it. We're going to take a break and come right back. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC. Okay, it's getting real hot in here. That's why I had to go.
Do you remember when the YouTuber had his fiance shoot him in the chest through a book?
Oh God, yeah, that was crazy.
Because he wanted views?
Nuts. Yeah. He dead now. You know, she's banging somebody else. His baby's calling somebody else daddy. I don't know if he had any kids, probably.
Ouch.
Stupid.
Ouch.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it. Just go get a regular job, man. But really, slow and steady with this YouTube thing wins. That's,
I agree with that.
That's what I think. Like, you need to be consistent with it and deliberate with it if you want to be successful. But doing all this craziness... what's up?
Did y'all see what I finished up yesterday? Oh,
No.
I
What'd
actually
you do?
can show it off.
No, what you got? What you got?
Go on my Instagrams.
Okay, I'll pull it up here in a sec.
And check
You did some other... some MP5 thing?
a brand new paint job on my MP5.
Oh, okay.
Look how nice and fresh. Hold on, let me flip it the other way. Look how fresh that paint
It
job
does look
is.
good.
On the yeah, doesn't that
What
look
did
great?
you do? What happened here?
That
Looks professional.
Right? I got my sandblasting cabinet set up yesterday.
Oh,
Finally.
Lord.
Finished it up yesterday, and I coated this thing in. This is called. Let me pull the thing. KG made it's gun coat. KG Industries gun coat. But this is called SOCOM Black. It's like
kind
a
of matte black, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a matte black with a little bit of gray to it. It looks awesome. So yeah, I ended up refinishing this just as my first, like, hey, let's see how it goes. And I think it turned out great. But yeah, I posted some pictures on Instagram.
Yeah, you said there's pictures on Instagram. Hold on, let me, I'll throw up the Instagram here. And I will go to...
It looks so much better. See, okay, I personally do not like HK Black. HK Black is very glossy, and it's just not for me.
Well, this isn't an HK, but
it's the same paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
I
We'll go
black.
look on the Instagrams here. Let's see. Babyface P.
Hello.
Babyface.
Go back to that. I want to look again.
Okay. Here in a second. So are these the pictures right here?
Top left. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Look how beat. You can zoom in a little bit, but it'll show you how beat up that. Like,
Yeah, it
look
was
at the top
scratched
of
up.
there, above the handguard. How up there on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right here.
what are you blasting
Oh,
with?
paint.
The glass bead or?
It's aluminum oxide, 100 and
Okay.
100 grit, or
And you were
120 grit
sewing
aluminum
shit.
oxide.
You know now you're going to be sewing
Yeah.
some shit for me. I hope you know that. I'm going to bring stuff over there to get sewn.
Depends on what it is. I sewed up, so I ordered a cummerbund for my body armor or for my plate carrier, and it was a little too big, so I cut it and adjusted it and sewed it on Marley's sewing.
I like how you put in there, learn to sew. True.
It's
True,
important. This is the first time I've really sat down and sewn something for myself, and it was really fun.
Yeah. No, sewing's a good thing. It's a good thing to be able to do. Lots of manly stuff for anyone out there who thinks it's like a womanly thing.
No.
Lots of dudes know how to sew.
You
People
can
who make
all sorts
car
of stuff.
seats and all that kind of goodness. Yeah.
Alcantara or whatever it's called.
Yeah. You better be able to
Alcantara.
make your own clothes.
Alcantara. Yeah, you can sew some nice-
Alcantate. What is that?
Alcantate, man. That's
Someone
the
needs to
brand
look
name.
up.
That's the really cool
That's probably-
Alcantara.
That's the brand name.
That's awesome. Yeah. So listen, a sewing, good thing. Listen, I want to go to one more thing, and then we're going to come back to guns here. I don't know if Rich has seen this. Couple arrested accused of hiding drugs in fake pregnant belly. There you go.
Nice.
Authorities in South Carolina said that a drug dealer is in jail after posing as a pregnant woman and using a fake rubber stomach to hide drugs. Deputies said the sheriff's office in Anderson County told our sister station that deputies stopped a dude and a chick, and they were driving along Interstate 85. According to deputies, the couple provided conflicting information about the due date, so the deputies became suspicious, and then they ran off. So that's how they knew. I'm trying to
So-
see if there's some pictures
Ran
here.
off. You know,
How
you-
many-
you get caught every time if you they mix up the man has a pregnant belly. That's how you get caught every single time.
I'm trying to see where the pictures. They had some pictures in the stuff I was
So
looking at online.
I'm just really surprised at the tip-off on that. The tip-off was, hey, so when's she due? Next week?
They had to
2
have known
months.
something
Yeah.
else. Come on.
Yes.
Well, I was trying to
3
find a
months, 2
picture.
months,
If
wait.
you look at the picture of this couple, the lady looks too old to be having babies. That would be the tip off. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to search.
She's
pregnant
62.
belly.
She looks like she's done crack her entire life, but has a perfectly smooth
Yeah.
pregnant belly.
Yeah. So
Oh.
here goes a picture of these folks right here, and let's see if this one has
That's a
it.
white belly, isn't it?
Well,
That
she's
belly on
like
the left
Yeah,
doesn't
but-
even match
she's
skin
light
tone.
skinned, but that looks like a grandma.
You think she's wearing a tube top?
I don't know, but I'm sure they were like, "Wait a second, really? You're
That,
pregnant?"
come on, Hank. Scroll up.
Yeah.
Right there. That does not match her skin tone.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, but you're not seeing
it
it.
matches this dude that's holding it.
You think she's wearing a belly shirt?
No, yeah, you're right,
God.
Rich. She probably had something under that, but yeah.
Jesus.
They had more. They knew more, right?
Yes.
They knew more. These guys did this several times, and probably these cops were like, "This chick can't be
What?
pregnant
What
for
kind
like
of drug
5
was it?
years."
Or they had somebody drop dime. Hey, they're going to be driving through your hood,
Perhaps.
and she's got a
Yeah.
pregnant belly with drugs in it.
Does it say what? A large amount
Meth.
of coke. I
Coke.
don't-
Okay.
Yeah, large amount of coke. Cocaine belly.
So, I mean,
Uh-huh.
wh-
Uh-huh.
who's the brainiac that's like, oh yeah, this works every time? I'm like, yeah, I can think of 100 other ways I would do that.
Don't commit crimes.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the
That's the
first
best
way
way.
not to get
That's the
busted.
best way you can stay out of shit. But I don't know, man. I think they use this a lot, and these dudes are like, you know.
This is a lot.
It's like the pregnant belly sales shop. You know, this lady bought another belly again. I don't know. And
Yeah,
she cut
she
the
just
holes
keeps
in the
buying
back
them.
of the
Yeah, they
last
probably got this from dudes who think they can
Man,
be,
you've-
they can claim that they're women and get pregnant.
I pulled you over 12 months ago, and you were pregnant then.
You
It's the
stay
same
pregnant.
size. What's going on?
You're not that good looking. There's no way.
one. Irish twins.
She is not that hot. There's no way she's
Yeah.
staying pregnant. You
No.
Wait a second.
No.
It's 3:30. Last call at a bar somewhere.
Yeah, but you know, she starts running. That's a sign right there. There's no pregnancy. Come on now.
Ma'am, what do you do? And she just kicks the
Just
door open and runs off.
Yeah, gone. And then the
Drops
belly
the belly
drops
and
out.
runs.
Yeah. That's a sure sign. Like, I think that's a fake belly right there.
God.
So yeah, people do a lot of shit, man. People do a lot of
Jesus.
shit. Next time, you got to get a chick who looks like she could be pregnant. You know, who's even
You know, young
pregnant age.
20-something.
Yeah, do it better. You know, you gotta method act your way into this shit.
We gotta do this right. A birthing person.
Oh, God.
God.
My
You want to find
least-
a way to make Marley angry? Call her
Oh.
something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Lola gets mad when you say, you know, there's some crazy medications you see these ads for, and they go, "This is not for people who are assigned female at birth." Like, what the
Wait, do they actually say that now?
Yes,
They
look
say
it
that?
up. Look it up. Yes, they actually say that. Assigned female at birth.
Wow.
My favorite is one of these
Look,
like
I didn't even
anti-gender
finish- I didn't even
shirts,
finish
and you go to buy
searching
it,
it.
and it says
Assigned
male or
female
female.
at birth. They have a what the hell do you call it when you make something into like what acronym? AFAB.
Oh, AFAB.
AFAB. Yeah, assigned female at birth. What the holy fuck?
Oh,
Someone who was
Nobody
assigned female when they
assigned.
were born. What kind
Yeah,
of
nobody
bullshit?
assigned it to you.
What kind of bullshit? First of all, when let me just go back to science, because a lot of these people want to ignore science. When that sperm comes up and smashes up into that egg, that's when the decision is made. Decision is made right there. Boom.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? When those cells start dividing. So this thing of like, oh, you're born, and someone goes, oh, this is a female. No, that didn't fucking happen. You know, there's
I declare
gestation.
you.
Yeah. So, but yes, I've seen
Non-binary.
I have seen that in commercials.
Well, first off, you have to watch TV. So, be that Tucker Carlson's off Fox, we terminated our YouTube TV subscription.
Okay, yeah, I have a tough time watching.
A channel we watched.
Yeah, I haven't watched Fox since then. I didn't look at it that much, except for the big legs, of course. You know, I'm a dude. Like any other red-blooded American man, I enjoy some, some big legs like any other dude. But that thing happened with Tucker Carlson. I was like, fuck Fox, man. That's now I got nowhere to look for news except you dudes. That's all I got. When my dude sent me some crazy shit. The world is coming to an end. You know, Tucker Carlson.
It's going to be televised.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson. Yeah, but I heard he's going to have a show on Twitter.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Oh, because of this new CEO chick.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think
he could go anywhere. Tucker Carlson could go anywhere, though. Yeah. He can go anywhere and do his thing. So I don't know where he's going to go. Yeah.
Let's go to the firearm blog.
What other shit is going on out there? I was looking at
what happened since you've been gone.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has been going down. You know. And by the way, I've been working. If anyone's wondering, I got to make money to buy the guns. Mm-hmm. You know.
So, Shooter Gallery New England came over yesterday. We were hanging out. We drove by Mar-a-Lago.
He's a Floridian now. So, congratulations to him, man. Dude's a Floridian.
Yeah, he's Shooting Gallery, Florida. I think he was in the chat earlier.
Yeah, he was in the chat.
How's it feel to have 30-round magazines?
Yeah, how does that freedom... I don't know if he's still out there. How does that freedom feel? I bet you he is having a ball.
Oh, yeah. He definitely... He's having a good time, loving it down here, going to the beach, you know, just... He's West Coast like you guys. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, I took him by Mar-a-Lago yesterday, went to the beach, and
okay, cool.
Just kicked back.
Was old Trumpy Poo up there?
Yeah, no, I guess Trump was in Ohio or Iowa or something, so he wasn't in the hood. We looked for his airplane. I didn't see his airplane.
Okay.
There's another viewer of the show that works where his airplane is.
Oh, really? Okay.
You bought a dolphin from him.
I bought a dolphin?
Yeah,
Patrick knows. The tactical tuna.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Good gun.
The FN.
Yeah, I know that's one of those.
I didn't know that FN was called a dolphin.
It looks like a whale.
Yeah, that thing is that is a lot of plastic. I love it.
Hank, if you ever have hard times, I'm buying that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, man. I would love to have it, too. Oh.
No. You guys can shoot it whenever you want. We need to get together and do some shooting.
It's not the same as being able to fondle it in my own time.
I know. You can borrow it. You know
what? I'm so embarrassed. I've had this since, like, January. I have not shot it yet.
Well,
what is this? For the people on audio. Okay.
So... let's see. PSA Palmetto State Armory was having a blowout on MP5Ks or the AP5 because it's a Century Arms product made in Turkey. And all I have to do is walk out my yard, walk out my back door, and pop a few rounds. And I seriously have not even. Although I've popped off the same model at the PSA event at the gathering. You were there.
Yeah. You know what? We should get together. I don't know when we need to get together and shoot some guns.
Hey, Rich, I'll sell you something. I got something for sale for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah?
And I'm not being a dickhead. I legitimately.
A mag coupler or what?
He's got a lot of HK parts.
Oh, no, I can't sell my mag coupler. Oh, God, I'd die. No,
I'll have to print one.
I have... I'll cut you a deal on it. It'll be cheaper than what I paid. But I have the really, really short rail that goes on top of here for optics. And I forgot who makes it. If you look it up, they're like $120. I'll cut you a deal on it.
Oh, okay.
With that really, really flat rail, if you use that in... The way it was designed is if you use that in conjunction with the low mount on a... what's the red dots? old school red dot, Comp M2, not Trigicon.
You said you can co-witness?
Yeah, it basically it co-witnesses straight down the sights. For night vision, it doesn't work very well, so I've put mine higher. I have the Midwest Industries, so it's been sitting it's been sitting in the garage for forever. So it'll come your way.
Oh, for sure, I'll take it.
So have you been 3D printing some stuff, Rich? You want to share? Stuff you've been 3D
printing right now.
With us? Okay, what you got?
So, what?
And by the way, I think
printing?
you have something that belongs to me. I'm sure Lola is out there. Like, really? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And I got some stuff for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the manufacturer sent me some stuff for it.
Oh, cool. Oh, good.
To do some stuff.
Yeah. So tell us what you've been making. So
this is Invader Zip's Spark 1 9mm. But what I had an idea. His charging handle had a bunch of hardware in it. And I'm like, you know what? I could redesign the charging handle, like print it out of carbon fiber nylon, since I got that cool fucking printer now, and print this so it just slides in and then engages the bolt carrier. So I did that, and Zip was like in Disney this weekend with his family, and when I showed him it, because I knew it was back home from Disney, because I stalked the fuck out of him. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I had that done already. You could ask me for it." I'm like, "Yeah, but you were at Disney. I wasn't gonna bother you."
Yeah.
So yeah, I designed and printed that. I'm dying
Is this a
to
different
figure out how
rendition
to...
of this gun because it looks different?
No, it's the same. The optic isn't on this. I swapped out the upper, but yeah, this is the same gun, different upper that's been at your place.
Okay.
Shooting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to somehow do a charging handle that I could do an HK slap on. That would be killer.
Oh, okay.
I still haven't quite figured the best way to do that.
Yeah, check this out. I got this from one of our friends out there, Armin and Axis, buying a bunch of ammo.
Good on him.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if he was at a show or what he was up to, but, you know. Oh, but did I tell you guys that I got ammo for the, I showed you, right, Patrick? Did I show you I got ammo, the 4440 ammo?
Oh, no. You told me, but I hadn't seen it.
Yeah. Some Hornady stuff came in
the
from
good stuff.
my friend, there you go.
That is good stuff.
Yeah, Bubba Roadkill found some cowboy rounds out there for it. So for this, I'll show this off here. I'm in a like a Aldi's. I don't know if you know what that is, but Aldi's like a supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Supermarket.
Going off guns in the car.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking out the window.
Look out the front.
You know. Yeah.
There's a black man in a van with guns.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I found some ammo for that. We need to do some shooting, but our schedules have all been kind of crazy. Actually, Patrick and Walter have been able to get together, and not me.
Yeah, we had fun. We had a good old time.
Yeah.
Walter's out of state right now.
Is he? I thought he was.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I don't know.
He was in
I'm
Louisiana.
out of state. Yeah, wasn't Walter showing off? Oh, well, I don't know if Walter wants us to show that gun, Patrick, that he was shooting.
Oh, I think he posted it up, and then the video got taken down. I can't find it now.
Oh, it got taken down?
Cool. It's no longer available. It was on YouTube, and now I can't find it.
Oh, okay. It got pulled from YouTube.
I got Walter's 50 cal here.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. So check this out. This is what Walter has now.
Woo.
What is this?
What is that?
It's a PM63. So originally, if you look up the PM63s, they are normally you would call it open bolt submachine gun, but because it's a slide firing pistol, it's an open slide submachine gun. So it would have had a stock on it. Yeah, watch. But so the one he bought is a conversion. It's $1,000. It was converted to closed bolt, closed slide.
Yeah, you could tell this is Walter by the GIMP arm.
Oh, the GIMP.
Freaking cool as hell, though. Golly, that thing
nice.
looks cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. That is very sexy.
Yeah, I guess the company got in a whole bunch of them, converted them. I see there's 40 seconds. Company got in a whole bunch, converted them to closed slide, semi-auto. But the originals had a fold-out stock, And the slide, you would lock the slide to the rear about this far away from your eyeball. And God forbid you lean in too hard when you pull that trigger. That thing's coming directly back into your face. So, really cool.
Yeah.
The semi-auto one he has is super, super cool.
Yeah. By the way, I see Asper Warrior out there. Shout out to Asper Warrior. Yes, I'm in your neck of the woods. He says, that's clearly a Star Wars blaster. Don't be fooled.
It looks futuristic. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's badass. It's badass. We're taking a break. We'll be back.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years' experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
Yeah, so let me see here. Got some comments I'm going to get to. Shooting Gallery, Eddie is back. He says, what's crack-a-lackin'? Shout out to him. He's Florida man now. I wonder what he's doing. Like, you think, I don't know, there's not, in that neck of the woods where he is, it's not like the Village is, so,
No, I mean, he's further south.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of younger people in there, so. First of all, make sure you wear rubbers. Welcome to Florida. There are lots of diseases out there. Make sure you protect yourself, son. And then he probably has like a long list of shit, of guns and stuff like that he wants to own. I don't think he probably can't make money fast enough right now.
He said he's trying to be financially responsible.
Okay.
Good for him. Good for him.
It's financially responsible to buy guns. There's no one in the gun world. Listen, the gun world is so terrible. You can have like $1 million worth of guns. No one's going to judge you. Rock a Rolex or something, big trouble.
It's really true. No, it is so true.
So, the gun guys don't care. So, Asper Warrior says Elise is there as well. Shout out to his beautiful wife, Elise. I have met them before, hung out with them. Last time I was here, they made me steaks, which were awesome.
This is Asper Warrior's wife?
Yeah, Asper Warrior's wife.
Tell her hi. Tell her hi.
Yeah, she's very, very nice. So, I don't know if I'm going to see them, though, this trip. It's been too crazy. I got too much work I have to catch up with. And basically, Lola's coming in, and then we're leaving. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but my electric transit van is going to be on display at the Overland Expo.
How to get there?
It's getting shipped. So, and the guys, it's going to be in the booth for the guys from Seasucker. And they built it up. We did a no-build, which I'm going to have videos and everything on YouTube. So basically, everything can get unbolted out of there and all that, so that way I can upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way I'll be able to upgrade it when the time comes. So it's gonna be at Overland Expo in their booth. I'm gonna be there. Let me see. Edward Andrews. What is this? Edward Andrews just put something up here. What did he say? Mossberg 590 12 gauge. Here we go. Edward Andrews showing off some guns. Yeah. There you go. Bam. And I think that Armament and Axis says he was reloading, so that's what was going on with that.
Oh, that's fun.
Cool.
I miss those days.
That was cool.
My Dylan fell over and broke the powder funnel. I got to buy another now.
Oh, damn.
I'm so mad, yeah. Because they're just
Patrick,
they're clear.
You got a printer? Print a funnel.
You know what? That probably would actually work just fine.
Don't be practical. What's the matter with you,
I didn't
Rich?
even think about that.
Why you being
the
all
only
practical?
thing is, Dylan will. If I call up Dylan and say I broke it, they probably will send me a free one because that's the kind of company they are. I just haven't done it. But it's just a tube, acrylic tube, clear acrylic tube. So you knock it over too hard and it snaps.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, that can't hurt, but, I think Rich has a good point, though. You could
Printing one is not a bad idea, though.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? I actually have a powder funnel in a different I might be able to even print a converter, a thread converter from one type, a Redding to a Dillon. That might actually work. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some reloading for you to do, man, when I start shooting this 44-40 stuff.
You find me the powder and we'll do it, but our primers too, because that.
Oh, you can't get those either? Okay, we gotta get some primers.
Primers are. Ugh.
Really?
Make your own.
Yeah.
In the ass.
No gun prices have come down on this stuff yet? Have you guys seen prices coming down? Seen a bunch of deals out there yet?
I mean, you go to PSA, Palmetto State always has something going on.
Oh gosh, Crumpy's called me up. He's like, the PSA Rock's on sale. You get one. I'm like, I already have one.
Yeah. There's always. Let me see who sent me deals.
I'm
today.
being so good right now, and I feel like I should have gotten one. The PSA has police trade-in Glock 19 and 17s,
Second
Gen 2s, second
okay.
gens. And I wanted one so bad. The 19s are gone. They still have the 17s. And I really want to buy one. They're $400. I really want to buy one just because it's the gun from Half-Life. But I'm like, fuck me. I have like 7 or 8 Glocks, so I really need a freaking another Glock.
A Gen 2 is different. Do you have a Gen 2?
I mean,
it's a Gen 2.
I was gonna.
Cool.
Yeah. I was gonna joke with you about having 7 or 8 Glocks. Realistically, my wife has one. I don't own any Glocks. Technically,
you don't have any.
Technically.
Oh, I was gonna say So in my 7 or 8 are some non-Glocks as well.
Yeah.
I know. I forgot Marley has a Glock too, so we have 9, 10, however many freaking Glocks.
Yeah, I've got a bunch. Let me see. I think I've got.
I've got 3. A box of not Glocks.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got a couple of not Glocks, but I've got like 3 17s. I've got one 34. I got about 4 19s. I got a 26.
This is a non-sig. This is do you know if they ever started selling the MUP thing again, Rich?
I've got some of them.
You did?
But they stopped producing them. Do you know if they ever started producing them again?
Nope.
Do you know if they ever plan on it?
As far as I know, no.
Is it because of the crackdown on that the ATF had, or was there trouble? Do you have any idea what caused it?
Can you tell us?
I got a better idea. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, can you? Okay,
after the show.
Okay. Because I love mine. I think the thing is awesome, but it's a shame that they don't.
Yeah, I think that's kind of, I've got a number of jigs and I've got a number of the FCUs in my closet right here.
Have you already done them, or are they just sitting?
No, I haven't even done any of them. I got a.
I mean, this one here took me probably the better part of 2 hours, just because I'm not used to, I don't know the ins and outs. But it's So Hank has one of the really expensive fire control units, the SIG branded, gold-plated fire control unit.
Nice.
They have them in AIM surplus for $500. I can't tell the difference pulling this trigger versus pulling his. Not even a little.
Yeah.
I like.
See. I have some.
I'm not a SIG fanboy when it comes to their P320s. I think my clocks are a little bit better. But I like having an unserialized one. I thought this was the coolest thing that they made, and it's a shame to see it gone.
Yeah, let me show you guys this. I was shooting some.
Hey, what is that thing?
That is a Cabot.
Oh.
Now, so I went to shoot this gun, and then my friend was like, "Oh yeah, give it to me. I'll shoot video for you." And then
it's terrible.
And then backs up. So, but yeah, this is me shooting a Cabot guns.
This is at Cabot or a Cabot?
No, remember that I did a video of this, but I didn't shoot it. This is a friend of mine got this Cabot 1911. I forgot what it was called, but very nice, very good looking gun. And then I also shot what else? Oh, here it goes. Here's a good picture, a good video of it. And then I shot a CZ. This is a Shadow, which I've shot before. These are nice.
Yeah, those things are fancy.
Yeah. So, this was at one of my friend's place in Indiana. So I haven't, It's like this is my first time getting a chance to actually go shoot with him. So, you know, very cool gun guy out in Indiana. And you know what? While I was out there, believe it or not, there was let me see. This has nothing to do with guns, but I thought this was cool. I sent this to Lola. She did absolutely nothing with it. Let me see. Where is it? So we saved some ducks. So there were some baby ducks that were born, and the mama duck is trying to get the baby ducks across the road. Let's see. I'll speed this up a little bit here so you guys can see. So look at all these little babies.
Oh.
Little ducklings trying to cross the road, and the mom was trying to lead her across the road, so we went and stopped. Yeah, stopped traffic, so the baby ducks.
Go, ducky, go!
Get that
Yeah,
one in
there's
the
one.
back.
I know. It's like,
Oh, keep going, keep going!
It's falling on his face. Oh,
Yeah.
that was adorable. Oh my god.
Oh,
this was cool. I sent this to Lola. She didn't even look at it. And I was like, this is cute. Yeah. So that was cool, man. I love nature stuff like that, you know. That's a lot of babies. I didn't know ducks had that many babies.
They shit out so many babies.
Yeah, I didn't.
well, that's because the survivability, there'll only be
It's
3 of them
low.
in a couple
Yeah.
of weeks.
Yeah.
They're tasty little morselets.
Yes. For
So-
eagles and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Asper Warrior says, Patrick, buy that thing and he'll trade you the Half-Life melee weapon.
It's a crowbar.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is?
But yeah, Half-Life melee weapon's a crowbar.
So,
okay.
I've
then-
actually
Oh.
made a purchase talking in the Glock line.
Oh.
Hey,
So,
Barnauls.
I'm
who is
getting
that?
a custom. It's a Norso. I don't even know what it's
Oh.
called, but it's like that's from Arcane Tactical. So they're going to be doing like Cerakote and all that bit, and we're just bouncing around what we're going to do with it.
Oh, cool.
But I got some.
I'm giving away.
I didn't realize.
Mine, actually.
Oh, you're giving away one?
A friend of mine
Oh.
wants a
Look
gun,
at that. Uh-huh.
and I like the copper look.
Yeah, that looks kind of nuggety, right? That looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now a friend of mine, him and his fiance had a run-in with a local homeless person, and neither of them have firearms or training or anything. And I was like,
Oh,
listen,
no.
I have a 19 that was basically they gave it to me to do videos with. How about you let's go to the range. You guys learn to shoot it, and then you can take it home.
Cool.
I was like, you need it. And now that DeSantis signed the thing, coming in July, they don't even need a CCW. Just leave it in your car.
Right.
If you need it in your car or whatever, you know. So it's a nice gun. I like it. It's a P80 with a Patmos on top, and it's very nice. But it was one of those that it was provided to me to do videos on. I did some videos on it, and it's just sat. And I was like, you know what? If it can go to protect somebody else, it's probably a good use for it instead of just sitting in my safe. So it'll get passed on eventually. Whenever we get them, he and his wife have to come to the range and come shoot.
So for you guys, I don't know if we got some time here. What's a gun out there that you don't have that's on the list of, like, you know, if I had it, this is the next gun I'm getting?
Tactical tuna. I'll tell you, I'm
What
kind
was
of the FN FS 2000, but PSA has the Stormtrooper AUG at a very reasonable price. Although
Wait,
what
what
is-
is
wait,
it? It's
wait,
very
what the
reasonable
hell?
because
Yeah,
don't
what
tempt
the-
me.
What is the Stormtrooper AUG? I gotta
White,
look this up.
all white.
Oh, all white. Oh.
black and white AUG.
What are they
Yeah, what
selling
is
it
the-
for?
Yeah.
It's like $15.99. It's been like since November. It's been $15.99. I mean, if it's still up there, I'll
Okay.
check.
Yeah, $16.99.
Hmm.
Clearance.
No.
Yeah,
That's what. Yeah,
it's
because
clearance, $16.99.
what was that? So were those more expensive than regular AUGs? Those probably aren't made as much, right?
Oh, and it
They're
takes
not as
NATO
designed.
mag.
Okay, NATO. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
my AUG does that. My AUG.
Yeah, it's the
takes
same
regular
you have.
people. Yeah.
The cool thing for anybody that's not aware is that plastic, that white plastic, you could conceivably dye it any color you want. You just throw some
Oh,
red
really?
dye into a boiling pot of water and drop that in for 10 minutes, and it will go. You can make it purple, you could make it pink, you can make it red, whatever you want.
Is that the point of that?
No, that's snow camouflage is why they make it.
Okay.
It's for winter combat.
Okay, so hold on. I'm pulling up some pictures so we can show the folks out there.
Yeah, there you go. It just looks cool as hell.
Yeah, that is cool.
So yeah, this is a NATO AUG, so it takes your AR-15 magazines, which is a big frickin' deal because the AUG mags are not plentiful.
They're
and
ridiculous.
Are not cheap.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And it's amazing how close the AUG mag is to an AR mag, but isn't.
I
It's
like
frustrating.
the AUG. I would have one if they weren't so expensive. I really do like the AUG.
Really,
I bought one.
Patrick,
I
you
bought
would
one.
have an AUG?
I
Yeah.
love the AUG. I think it's cool as shit.
I bought one a while ago, Patrick, when we worked with a company that is now defunct.
Did
That's
they
when
go
we-
under?
Big Daddy Guns, I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, that was I thought that came from.
Well, they're Chapter
that
11.
Yeah. Are they Yeah.
That didn't come from BDU. That came from Gun something. What was it? They were
No,
responsible.
I bought
for?
that. Oh, Gun Prime.
Gun. I thought it came from Gun.
No. I bought that through the store when we were both working there.
I've been told I've got to do 2 plugs.
Okay.
DLD Hardware says I've got to plug him.
Yeah,
Shout out to
DLD.
Dark.
Go for it.
Right.
Actually,
Go for it.
Dark, Crump, and I are going to be doing a virtual toy drive in an hour. So on all of our channels, so whether it's John Crump Live or John Crump News or FlyingRich or DLD After Dark.
Do you know how frustrating it is that I have thrown away so many Polymer 80 jigs just because I was like, fuck this, I don't need this thing anymore, straight in the garbage.
It's like I was doing the same thing. I'm like, I usually keep everything.
Yeah.
Dark is going to be like the next
knew?
Elon Musk with this shit.
Hey, you know what's funny? If you do a search for Mup 1, my video is the first thing that comes up. Look at that.
Oh, really? Hold on. On
It's just a
Google?
short that I did.
On
That's
Google
cool.
or YouTube?
I just did a search on Google. Just do
Oh,
Mup
okay.
space 1. MUP space
Okay,
1.
let's
My video is
see.
the first thing. Yeah, see if it comes up for you.
MUP.
Space 1. Yeah, look at that. My short's the
Babyface
first
P.
thing that comes up.
Sweet.
That's cool.
Nice. Yeah. Let's look at it. See if we can get it to open up here.
1
Boom.
minute.
There you go. You guys should check out Babyface P's YouTube channel here and subscribe. There you go. We won't show the whole thing. You guys got to go over there and look at it, check it out. So that's awesome, man. Yeah. Damn it. Let me go back. I'm trying to see how many views.
How many views it's
I
got?
can't see from that thing.
I seriously, in that closet, I've got like, I don't know how many mups and jigs. I got some number of them.
Yeah. Let me see. There's some comments here. Night Train says, "I know."
Patrick, if you got some cool stuff, we could work a trade.
I was gonna say I would work a trade with you because I still got the jig. I'll take another Mup. Yeah, let's work something out. We'll make something.
Yeah. Well, you know what I was going to ask you guys in the time we have? What was up with that thing, Patrick, that you told me? Remember there was a video you sent that the ATF was going around trying to see some triggers?
Oh, I call Rich. I don't know what you think about it, but I call total bullshit on that video. So there was a video that came out a week ago of the ATF showing up at
Guy and Girl ATF.
Yes,
Yeah.
showing up at Moonlight Industries, I think is what the name of the place is. And he made sure to say his name multiple times, including right at the beginning of the video. Moonlight Industries, saying, hey, we heard you got one of those trigger things that we need to collect. I call total fake bullshit on that. I do not think that is real. I really don't. There's no...
Did you see this
First
video? Did you see this, Rich?
Oh, yeah. Guns and Gear, everybody posted it.
Everybody
So,
got to it. They're so easy to put them in.
You know what ATF guys look like from videos when they come knocking on the doors. It's not pretty
not
hot
that.
girl and tactile Timmy. It's
Well,
just
it
some
definitely
guys
is-
that look like me.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
two young people. And the
No.
other guy, the young guy, was not paying attention, which would not really
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
Yeah, when I looked at the video, I was like, oh, that guy's not paying attention.
They're wearing cheat plate carriers with AR-15 gongs inside of them. You can see the outline of the AR, or not AR-15, AR-500. You can see the outline of the AR-500 gong inside of it. Neither of them. It's funny. Guns and Gear was like, yeah, two armed ATF agents showed up, and I was like, bro, no, they didn't. They're not armed. Neither of them have arms. Neither of them have a sidearm. So no, they're not armed.
So has that been debunked yet? Has that been debunked yet?
Nobody's debunked it, but I call total bullshit.
She was too cute to be an ATF agent.
Oh, she was not ATF.
Oh, there's lots of cute cops out there, for sure.
She's
that
not
happens.
ATF.
But the team and the way the other guy wasn't paying attention, you don't usually see them. If they're there to get something from you, they're not joking around.
Yes,
laughing,
yes, they don't play
looking
around.
at their
They're
feet. That guy was looking at his feet too much. You know, the body
so
language
all of these videos are at somebody's front door, their porch, or something like that. Like he's at the end of his driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't get a lot of time to dig into it, but I agree with.
I'm betting if we Google Earth that, we'll see that it's the front of his shop.
It is actually. I believe it's the front of his shop.
Break.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
Shooting Gallery said his video was the second one down. From when we were just looking at those videos. Asper Warrior says Moonlight Industries is local in Arizona. You could go see Hank in Chandler, Arizona. Let's go investigate. That would be
go
nice.
Look, Yank, you're there.
Yeah, I definitely don't have time for that shit.
I'm betting both those people work at the store.
Absolutely, but now he can't, because everybody has taken it as being real. He can't back out of it. There's no way he can come out and be like, "Yeah, it's just a prank, guys." He would tank his business.
Yeah, but I would have thought that by now someone would have. And by the way, it is possible that the ATF will go around trying to get triggers.
Not with AR-500 gong armor. Nobody wears AR-500.
I agree with you,
armor.
and I don't think we've gone that far yet. So far as I know, is there anything official on that? I have to check with Crump.
No, I haven't heard anything.
I think Crump called bullshit also, right?
Yeah, him and I.
Pretty sure. I've heard a number of people call him BS on this.
It's because it's fake, and it's just so funny to me that you put out a video that is so obviously fake, and big YouTubers chomping at the bit to cover it, even though it is clearly fake.
Well, because regardless, you're going to get views, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's happened before. This is not the first time.
Oh yeah. I'm watching it right now. You can definitely see the girl.
Yeah.
It's definitely a gong.
It's a gong. You can see the outline.
Should we bring this up? I don't know. Let me see. I'll pull it up here.
So if you go to Mr. Guns and Gear, you'll find it.
No, Patrick.
I just love the two armed individuals showed up. Bro, they're not armed. They don't have sidearms.
They're not armed.
This particular individual.
From the ATF hangs around without sidearms, going to an op. Come on.
Okay, so should I play it?
And she's wearing like gym shoes.
Yeah, come on. Ugh.
Yeah. And is this a short?
No, it's
it's just vertical video.
Look at the armor in her vest. That is an AR-500 gong. You see how it's hanging forward? You can see the ears of where you attach it to, like.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I see it now. Yeah.
It's fucking fake. Oh, it's so fake. It is so fake.
I think Legally Armed America had it also.
Oh, he did?
Everybody.
Okay.
Well, that's the funny thing is everybody's covering it because...
See how this guy's looking down and kicking rocks and stuff like that?
You would not be doing that. Come on.
Yeah.
Total BS.
Yeah,
so fake.
yeah, you know, I agree with you. I don't know a lot about it. Maybe at some point that'll come out.
Alright, so does the ATF vest... So the first thing that I saw when I was watching this, and I wasn't looking to debunk it, he's not even wearing a plate carrier. That's just some sort of, like, chest rig. It says police. It doesn't say anything else.
If you ever watch the originals, they always say real ones. They always say ATF. They have a badge that says ATF.
Yeah, I think if Asper Warrior goes over there, he'll probably find those people working in the store.
You got to tell us, man.
Yeah.
See if they work in there.
Let us know. I won't be here, but
I'm calling fake. Total fake.
Let me know. I mean, I do.
You could Asper Warrior, if you go over there and find it and document this, you could break the gun tubing internet. 100%.
Right.
Don't get him all
go viral.
Don't get him all wound up.
You could go viral by proving that it's fake.
Oh, Lord.
Just saying.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we'll see. Someone let me know. I'm going to probably be... Actually, I think Lola's coming in tomorrow. I'm going to spend some time with my wife that I have not seen in a couple of weeks. And then I'm going to go to this show, so I won't be around. And then I've got, like, tons of videos and stuff I have to get done before I even go. 42 Chill says tats ? Not ATF. They could have agents with tats, if those guys go undercover. But that guy was not paying attention. You have to pay attention if you're going to see something from someone.
Hostile environment to see something. You should be
All
on
right,
edge.
so now she's got the gold badge on her hip, and Timmy's got no badge anywhere.
No badge. None of it makes sense. None of it adds up.
Her badge has a black thing over
Look
it.
at those black lines.
I mean, at least the Patriot Pride guys, they were all the same uniform,
Oh my God, yeah. We don't have time to talk about that, but yeah, they were feds. They were straight up feds. The cops covered while they went down the stairwell to catch a subway or whatever.
Yeah. So, okay, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap this up. I'm not going to be able to do a show the rest of this week. Not sure if I'm going to do one next Monday, because Lola has to fly out of here and go back. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Just bear with me here. Once I get back to Florida, we'll get this more in the flow and do this more. I just really wanted to get the show up here, because as Patrick started out complaining about, I've been missing in action here for a couple of days. Rob McNeely says, you coming up my way soon, Hank? Couple of days. I'm not sure.
Rob, is it still ski season? Is it ski season in Rob's neighborhood?
I don't know. No, Utah?
Probably.
Well, who knows? It's
Utah,
probably at night. It's probably still like 50 in Utah. Yeah.
Got more snow.
I think I saw Rob this time last year, and that's when I got caught in the snow. You're right.
Yeah.
Because Rob was telling me, "Hey, go south, otherwise you're gonna get caught in the snow." And I didn't go south, and I got caught in the snow.
Caught in the snow.
Yeah. 42 Chill. Oh boy, he said no badge. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up here. This has been fun. Good seeing you guys out here. I'm glad the internet and everything held out in this parking lot here in Peoria. I'm gonna give these guys a chance to tell you how you could support them and watch them. Let's start with my friend BabyFace P. Go for it, Patrick.
YouTube.com/BabyFaceP. Instagram is baby_faceP. Instagram is where I post most of my stuff. Everything is backed up to Player or utreon.com/c/babyfaceP. I do have some content on the way now that I finally have the blasting cabinet set up. I'm going to do a video on blasting and painting. So that will be coming up probably if the baby allows me to get some work done this weekend. Because it's just him and I while Marley's at the hospital. I'll try to get a video done of how to sandblast and paint. Maybe next week we'll have that.
All right, very cool. And Rich?
So make it short and sweet. FlyingRich.com. All my social media is listed over there. We are on a bunch of our channels going to be doing a virtual toy drive in an hour. So tune in, John Crump Live, John Crump News, Flying Rich on YouTube.
How does that virtual toy drive work?
John Crump's just calling now.
Are people going to donate money? How's that going to work?
I would have to know how that works to be able to tell you. John Crump just said 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Virtual fun. I'm like, set it up.
Oh, this is a Crumpy move.
I'm going to be long asleep by then. Yeah, a baby's going to wake me up at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, this is a Crumpy move. Okay, who's doing Words of Wisdom?
I can come up with something. Do it.
Okay, all right, go for it. I don't even have
you're going to end the show first, I thought.
Oh, yeah, I've got to end this. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out with us here, all the folks joining, everyone listening to us around the world. We're quickly slowly approaching. We gotta give people a chance to catch up. We're approaching 1,000 episodes here. It's been fun. I will catch up to this once we get back. Big thanks to Babyface Pete for coming in, as well as FlyingRich here at the last minute. Shout out to everyone out there. Now, go for it. Words of wisdom.
You're not going to hit the button? Okay. Do not believe everything that is spoon-fed to you. Look in a little deeper. If something doesn't make sense, it's probably lying to your face.
Yeah, if a pregnant woman starts running and
running away and the belly falls off, it might be a problem.
All right, there you go. All right, guys, let me make sure I press all the buttons correctly on this. Good seeing you guys. We are out of here.